It's loud. This game is loud for me. How's it going, everyone? Early streamer? Yep, we're early because we have some important business to discuss. About the Witcher video. Nah, I'm fucking with you. About Ayaya, the really important thing. Alright, so. Let's talk about Ayaya. Hey, dab upon. Waffles dab upon. Waffles dab upon. That's pretty good. I like that, Wiggy. Here, Bistro Asylum. Okay, so who has the most mono coins right now? And how does the watch streak work? Someone has 2,610 Dark Flashes. Anton699 has 2,450. I'm so poor, only 1,180. I just got 300 for a watch streak, if that tells you anything. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So, yay, stream while I wrap presents. Hope you all have your Christmas shopping done, Joe. I have a couple of sex toys I need to buy for Lily. But apart from that, I'm pretty done, I think. So, switch to non-mod settings. All right, here we go. I got something funny for Lily. Actually, I can't tell you though, because she's probably listening. Although she might not be, because if she was, I would have heard her laughing at that. But I have the headset on pretty loud, so maybe she was. Okay, so here's the thing. So I added a new monocoin reward. If you go there, I should probably update the backgrounds for these so they look a little bit better. It's a ×2 multiplier. So highlight my message is 380, unlock a random sub emote is 420, 950 is emote unlock. Is you choose modify a single emote is 1,000, which is more limited than I thought, but it's still a cool thing. 2,000 is I will read a book from the dad joke book. 11,037 is I will dab. And just to give you a preview of what that'll be, because I don't want people thinking it's going to be a big thing. Okay, here's what it's going to be. It's going to be I'm dabbing. I will say out loud I'm dabbing. I'm not dabbing right now. I'm not going to give that away for free. I will say I'm dabbing while I dab. That's it. That's it. And Lily will come up and confirm that I've dabbed. She will say, yes, he dabbed. All right. That's it. That's what you're paying for. Okay. Did someone redeem a dad joke book thing? Okay, hold on. Can we pool our coins together and unlock Ayaya? All right. Here's the new one. The new one is for 999,999,999 monocoins. I will enable Ayaya. So here's the thing. No one is ever going to get that high. By the way, that's as high as it goes. That's 1 billion. So for 1 billion monocoins, I will enable Ayaya. But here's the thing. I'm going to add another one. What should it be? I'm going to add a new one. And it'll be every 20,000 coins, I will take away 20,000 coins from that thing. What do you think? Because I think with some calculations, I think you guys could actually do it. I did like 2,000 coins a stream times 1,000 people. I think that was 2.5 million. I think you guys could actually do it. I don't think you should, but I just think it's funny to make the weebs work for it. So I'm going to do that right now. If you guys ever do that, I will be so impressed. So hold on. Let me add that right now. And if it's impossible, then oh well, it's funny. All right, add a custom reward. All right, so Ayaya reduction. What should it be called? Ayaya reduction cost or Ayaya Monocoin Fund. Alright, Ayaya Monocoin Fund. Alright. I will remove 20,000 coins from the Ayaya Enable Ayaya reward. Okay, I hope I want to say that I might not be able to do it, okay? Like, we'll see. But yeah, okay, so 20,000. So for 20,000, I will remove 20,000 coins from the cost. Alright. There we go. And we'll see. Alright. Ayaya Monocoin Fund. Alright. Like, if 5 of you did it, that'd be 100,000 off, right? There's no way you guys are doing this. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way you guys are ever doing this. Anyway, so there we go. So I've created it now. Ayaya Monocoin Fund. There you go. Oh my god. Alright, so someone asked for a dad joke thing. How do I... Is it there now? Oh my god, it is. Ayaya Monocoin Fund. Okay, so when you guys send something in, I get a review requests queue. Alright. So I have a request for dad joke book joke read aloud from Dakju. Alright. So then I can say mark as complete afterwards. Alright. Here we go. I love this new thing. Alright. If in future, if you want to mark the page number that you would like on the book 1, 2, or 3 are the page number, but right now we have so many unread pages, so we're good. I fucked it up already. A psychology instructor had just finished a lecture on mental health and was giving an oral exam. How would you diagnose a patient who walks back and forth, screaming at the top of his lungs 1 minute, and then sits in a chair weeping uncontrollably the next, she asked. A young man raised his hand and answered, a basketball coach? That's a different kind of dad joke. First golfer says, your trouble is that you're not addressing the ball correctly. Second golfer says, yeah, well, I've been polite to that fucking thing long enough. Want to get noticed? Go jogging without moving your arms. These are bad. These are bad. Why does the stadium get so hot after a game? All the fans leave. Alright, let's do another page. Because that was bad. Why do golfers always carry 2 pairs of pants with them? Just in case they get a hole in one. Oh, I made this joke independently, although it was different. It was different. Okay, so my version was they're making like an Avengers style movie, but with a bunch of classical music composers, and they're trying to get actors to play roles. Anyway, that was my version. This is the book's version. Arnold Schwarzenegger is invited to a costume party. When asked what he'll dress up as, he says, "I'll be back." Help! Screamed the hunter into his cell phone. I was trying to shoot a deer, and by mistake I killed my partner. Okay, said the ranger into the phone. Try to calm yourself down. First, I would like to make sure I would like you to make sure he's dead. Okay, said the hunter. Hold on 1 second. Suddenly, the ranger heard a bang. The hunter came back on the line. Okay, yeah, he's dead. That was bad. That was bad. That was bad. Alright, there we go. Dakju, I hope that was worth the coins. I don't think it was. I don't think it was. Bam have true art cop? How are we this blessed with fan artists? How are we this blessed? How are we this blessed? Thank you, Q2. Oh, by the way, I gotta admit this. I'm sorry to admit this because I'm gonna expose myself as not the biggest Persona 5 fan or the most loyal. I don't remember the lobster part in Persona 5. When did Yusuke get lobsters? I forgot that part. I remember someone quoted that at me recently, and I was like, huh? I don't remember that part. On the beach? What does he buy lobsters, or what does he do? On the beach. He just randomly shows up with them. I don't remember the lobsters. Hold on, let me look it up. Yusuke lobsters. Yusuke lobsters. Okay, so they're on the beach and they're hitting on girls, and then Yusuke shows up with lobsters? How did I forget about this? That's classic Yusuke. He's just holding them. While you were busy with your interrogation, I found these beautiful specimens on sale, so I decided to spend the last of my money on them. I fucking love Yusuke, man. He's the best. Oh, fucking Yusuke. Alright, so when we last left off on Disco Elysium, we're an art cop, and I'll show you my stats when we get in. I was watching some other streams today, and the guy starts typing Pavlov's weave thing works. Yeah, it really does. Thank you again, Q2. That's amazing. I can't believe how well you match the style. Like, look at that down there. Compare, like, holy shit, that's so good. Let me see if I can line up properly. That's probably as best as it's getting because it like magnetizes into the corner. So I think that's probably as best as it's getting. All right, thank you so much for that. One second, sorry. My windows are all messed up now. Shit. Okay, sorry. I have to layer them in a certain way. Why is it snowing? Was it snowing yesterday? Okay, it's not going full screen. It's not going full screen. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so I have to say something important before we start, and I wanna approach this because it's a delicate kind of topic, but I just want everyone to know going forward that there was this thing about censorship yesterday that if we ever play a game and I'm reading it, especially if it's a visual novel, and there's a word that is said that is a harmful word, if they say it in the game and I'm reading it aloud for everyone, I'm gonna say the word. So if that is objectionable to you and you don't like that, I don't know if I can give a warning ahead of time if the game has it. Like, I had no idea the games had used slurs. They're censored though, so they're censoring it, so I will censor it too. But if we're playing a game and I'm reading it aloud because we're experiencing it together. I want the streams to be a place where everyone feels comfortable, and we're very laid back. But like when we're playing a game like this, which is fairly serious, well, I mean, it is jokey. The tone is kind of all over the place. I don't know, but I get the impression that it gets more serious as it goes along. This is definitely not something like Titanfall 2, you know what I mean? There's a really big difference. Like, if there's going to be a word that people don't want me to say, or topic matter that they're going to go with, like, if there was ever a scene in a game or a VN that we're reading that has, like, a kid dying or someone being graphically murdered or anything like that, I'm going to read it. You know, like I'm not gonna, like, maybe I'll give people like a chance to leave if it's getting too heavy, or they can just take the initiative and leave themselves. I'm going to read it out. You know, like that's how it is. If it's censored, I will censor it too. But that's just how I feel. I feel very strongly about this. Like, if you're quoting something, it's fine. That's how I go along with it. What about Twitch terms of service? Well, I don't know how the terms of service handles when it's in the subject matter itself. Like, nudity is against terms of service, but if nudity is allowed in some games that you're streaming, if it's on their list, like Disco Elysium is not banned from Twitch. So if it was, then, you know, I think it would be. Like you wouldn't be allowed to do it. Like, I don't see how Twitch would look at the difference between the game saying a word and me saying the word. Like, I don't know. I don't know how that would go. I actually have said that word once before on stream, when I was quoting someone. But so maybe I broke TOS then. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I just want to make that clear. Like, I don't know. Like, if I said that and I got in trouble with Twitch for it, I would probably argue with Twitch. I'd be like, it's in the game. Like, this is how it is, you know? If they come back and say, you know, zero tolerance, sorry, it doesn't matter, we're not budging. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, that it's your platform, it's your rules. But at the same time, I just think it's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, it's the subject matter, man. Like, I'm not going to shy away from something. You know, there's a lot of topics I'm not comfortable with. Like, raging alcoholics. Like, for the first time in months, maybe even years, last night, I had a nightmare about my father. My father was an alcoholic, and the situations that I found my father in, like, are just disgusting, you know? And the main character here is a raging alcoholic that woke up like that. And, like, so, like there's subject matter that I'm sensitive to, you know? I'm not gonna say I'm as sensitive as some people would be for slurs. I wouldn't go that far at all. But, you know, like sometimes art makes you uncomfortable, and sorry, I feel really strongly about it. So if you are someone that feels as strongly that even if it is a part of the game or the subject matter that you still think it shouldn't be said, then if you have a list of certain games that have them, then maybe when I'm streaming them, you shouldn't watch the stream. So sorry, that's I feel quite strongly about it. Anyway, let's move on to saying thank you to some people. I don't want to get behind on it again like I did yesterday, and then we'll play the game. Let me recap real quick before we get into it. So this is Disco Elysium, and it is... I don't know what it's about yet. I kind of feel like maybe it's post-apocalyptic, or maybe it's alternate reality. And it is a game that kind of... like, it's kind of manic, almost. I don't know, like... Our character is hearing, like, communicating with his own personality and brain through different... through all these different, like, these are the skill kind of, what are they? I don't even know what I would call them, but they're like the different parts of his own psyche, you know, like, and like, so we have points in conceptualization. Sometimes conceptualization will show up and talk to us. There's like the lizard brain is showing up and talk to us too. I think at one point our spine talked to us. I can't remember. Like Volition will talk to us. Inland Empire will talk to us. You know, that sort of thing. So it's a very strange game. So we have amnesia. We woke up after going on a bender one weekend. I think we're a detective, and we showed up to inspect this to solve the mystery of how this guy was allegedly lynched. I mean, it looks like it, but he was allegedly lynched, and we showed up to investigate, but instead of investigating, we went on a bender, and we woke up with no memory, and that's where the game starts. You wake up in your hostel room, having trashed the place, having broken some tapes, and you don't know who you are, and you don't even know who you look like. You can't even recognize who you look like. So I'm guessing that something really extreme happened to us while we started to investigate. I do think that we started to investigate once we got here. Like, we have our ledger here that we're going to read after this. And it shows past cases that we solved. Like we were I assume a respectable person before we went on this bender, although we might have been alcoholic. I don't know. Might have been poisoned. I don't know. And I'm assuming that something really bad happened to us while we were investigating this, and we just kind of wiped our memory somehow. I don't know. That's how I look at it. But we'll see how it goes. And we're investigating this while also like trying to hide the fact that we're not suffering from amnesia, or just admitting to it. There's a lot of choices. There's a lot of the ways that the game reacts to your builds. There's a lot of skill checks. So if we go over here, there's one over here. We can move this if we have a high enough perception, maybe. Or we have to get perception in order to unlock the chance to get this again. There's a lot of that kind of thing. But the thing, like, there's a lot of conversations. There's a lot of text trees that we go through. But the thing, here's another one. Inland Empire. We can convince Kim there's a sexy, dark mystery twist in the case. But the impression I'm getting is that it's not the kind of game where you don't want to take these kind of things as a challenge. Yeah. You don't want to look at that and go, I must get Inland Empire up and do this. Like, sometimes you'll fail a check and you don't want to save scum. You want to roll with it. Because sometimes failing the check might have a better I'm guessing it might have a better outcome than succeeding. Like, I don't know how. Like, we failed a check and it cost us some resources, but because of that we have less debt to the hostile guy. Yeah, so it's kind of strange. It's like, just because you have an option doesn't mean you should do it, and just because you can talk to someone doesn't mean you should. Just because you can exhaust every single line of dialogue with them doesn't mean you should do that either. I don't know how I'm gonna determine what I should or shouldn't do, but it seems like it's built around having a lot of choices that actually are choices. It's not about going, I'm gonna go to this area and I'm gonna exhaust every single fucking thing that I can exhaust with, and then I'm gonna go to the next area and I'm gonna exhaust every single fucking thing I can interact with. It's not that kind of game, although I'm sure you could do that, but I don't know I don't think that is the way you're supposed to do it. It's supposed to be something like, these are your options, and just because you have a skill that you can use doesn't mean it's always right to do so. Like, if you're very charming and you go up to someone and you think you can succeed in charming them, that might backfire or something. I'm guessing that's it. I don't know. We'll see. Like, I'm trying to infer a lot of what I've played so far, and also the smidgens of people that I've seen talking about it online here and there. Like, I knew you could die with one endurance point, for example, yesterday, because I saw some people writing about that somewhere. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It's interesting. I like it. But to finish the recap, this is our detective partner, but it's not partner like he's a subordinate. We're both like equal. I believe we're from different. What was it called? Different precincts, and we are working together to solve this case that Kim seems to think that this guy, his name is Kim, sorry. Kim seems to think that this is quite a straightforward case. There's no problem. If we go in here, this kid is where we had the slurs, by the way. This is what it's linked back. These kids will call you F words. So if we go down here, we can go back into the hostel room, and I could show you the room that we start. Oh, I walked past it. I'm sorry. Why is my portrait like that? Because Q2 made it for us, and I think it fits, so we put it over. Because I think it fits and it's funny. This is the hostel. Whoa, what's with the flickering in there? So this is the guy that's running it at the moment. There's someone named Sylvie that usually is here, but she's not here right now. And so yeah, it's a cool kind of game. I like it. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I don't know if we're going to be able to finish it on stream. If you guys will continue watching it over a lot of streams, then I'm okay with doing that. But I was pretty much fucking wiped after yesterday's stream, so I don't know. This is where we woke up. I don't know if I can continue for the whole thing. Like, a lot of reading really wears me down. But we'll see. So yeah, this is how the game is. It's kind of like a Baldur's Gate 2 kind of perspective. But so far there's been no combat. I don't even know if there is combat. I doubt it. I doubt there's probably just choices, but we'll see. Author, by the way, well, reading out loud really wears me down. Didn't we get a key, or we can get through there after a certain time we can go through? it's a point and click adventure, not a CRPG. Yeah, point and click is probably better. Somewhere between point and click and visual novel is where I would put it so far. But maybe it is a point and click adventure more than visual novel. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, so before I get behind, thank you to the following people. Seb111, Nico Brick, Inverted Nip Nip. How long have we been live for? 25. Yeah, Inverted Nip Nip for subbing while the stream was down. Thank you very much. The Toaster Guy 5000 for the new sub Prime. Welcome to Prime Time. Thank you very much, Toaster Guy. Samuel Aguiar. Hopefully that's correct now. I don't know. Bits giver 3 points per bits, Joe. We will get there. Oh yeah, that's the. So if you weren't here at the beginning, there's if you want to enable a Yaya, you can go down and you can see that it's a billion monocoins to enable a Yaya. But you guys can donate 20,000 at a time to get that down. So good luck, weebs. That was close. Oh, nice. I got close. We'll get there eventually. Thank you, Rico1332 for the 10-month resub. Yeah. Thank you, Rico. Dark Flashes gift out 5 subs to Cliff Racer, a massive weep. Eddie Slash, Slimy Con, and Windy SSB. Welcome to you guys, and thank you for that, Dark Flashes. Rico1332 also gifted out 5 subs to the Doppler's Effect, Cloco Noff, BM Lighting, Leap Pajamas, and Bryn Yerbla. Alright, that's an interesting name to say. Thank you very much, Rico1332. Trey Fountain has gifted, has subbed for the first time with Prime. Welcome to Prime Time. Welcome to Pickle Jar. Thank you, Trey Fountain. Benevum has used 100 bits to say, very well, I will go along with this, JPH Yusuke. Apparently I missed a dad joke cash in too. Sorry about that. TFT Master has resubscribed for 12 months. Welcome to the 1 year club, TFT Master. Joe, I went to the zoo yesterday and they suddenly demanded monocoins for payment. Jokes aside, it was a very fun year viewing your streams. Thank you, TFT Master. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Went to the zoo yesterday. Thank you, TFT Master. Can you buy the AIR reduction? If you have 20,000 coins, you can cash them in. No one should have anywhere close to 20,000 coins just yet. I can set a lower version if you guys would like a lower version. I don't know, but we'll see. 20,000 coins, I think, is the better one. Thank you, Mr. Randerus, for the 16-month resub. Mr. Randerus, thank you. Zay Jr. has resubscribed for 23 months. Thank you very much, Zay Jr. This is D-Som. Or DS-OM has resubscribed for 25 months. Thank you very much. R. Miller has subscribed for the first time with Prime. R. Miller 1998, excuse me. Welcome to Prime Time. Welcome to the Pickle Jar. I'm just wondering, is 1998 your date of birth, R. Miller? Oh man. That's still over 20, isn't it? I'm so old. Oh my god, I just had a little bit of a panic attack. Thank you, Mask the Money, for the new Sober Prime. Welcome to Prime Time. I'm fucking ancient, man. I'm 34, in case no one knows that. Oh man, thank you, Mask the Money. Thank you, Gurman1, for the 4-month resub. Thank you very much. And the last three on my list right now are Dr. Owl, Quality Garbage, and Devil58. Thank you for the bits, Dr. Owl. Hey, Joe, I'm narcoleptic too and having trouble sleeping, so thank you for the perfectly timed stream. Please say hi to Lily for me. I will, Dr. Owl, and I'm sorry that you're narcoleptic too. It's fucking awful, isn't it? I slept more than 12 hours last night and the night before, though, so I think that's probably the 2 rounds of really good sleep I'm going to get for the whole month, I think. And I feel pretty bad actually today. Not sure why. I feel pretty bad. But I got interrupted quite majorly halfway through though, so yeah. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Al. Thank you, Quality Garbage, for the 2-month resub. 2 months with Trash Chan, Quality Garbage. I see what you did there. And last but not least, Double58, 21-month resub. Thank you very much for the 21 months of subbing, Double58. Thank you. Time is weird. Okay, so apparently there's some salts or something, or we can get something out of the car. Oh, we didn't inspect the ledger. We weren't done inspecting the ledger. All right. Logic, can I read the case files now? All right, browse the case files again. So this was it, and we called our case the The Hanged Man. Browse the yellow papers. In the back you see thin translucent copier paper, some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes like marching enemy armies. These look like official forms waiting to be filled out. By the way, I don't think I can keep the Yusuke voice up for the whole game, so I might just drift in and out of it. I hope that's acceptable to you. Like, reading it out loud is really taxing on me, so I think that I'm not going to be able to do the whole thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Teddy Roosevelt has wanted a dad joke page. Hold on, let's see. Neurotics build castles in the sky. Psychopaths live in them. Psychiatrists collect the rent. That's not a joke. That's just reality. Where do hippos go to college? Hippocampus. What did the hippocampus say when it retired? Thanks for the memories. The psychiatrist said to the cannibal at the end of a session, your problem is simple. You're just fed up with people. Going vegetarian is a mistake. What did the left eye say to the right eye? Between you and me, something smells. Hope that was worth it, Teddy Roosevelt. Okay. See, here you go. Logic is talking to us. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out according to type of form. What types of form are there? 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost, really, are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. Medium, success. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. Misconduct fine, station call, field autopsy. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. That's money, by the way, I think. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague. Station call. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. Field autopsy. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form. Waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. Okay. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. How much does this matter? What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess? You feel better. Oh, cool. So that gave us a heal up. Huh. Okay, so put the ledger away. I don't know, like, should I convince him? Like, I have the morale to spend right now. Should I talk to him and try and convince him of this? Like I said, that you're not supposed to always go for it. So we're trying to RP as kind of like art cop. Like, not exactly Yusuke, but close to what Yusuke is. Would Yusuke want to convince Kim there's a sexy dark mystery twist in the case? Like, I don't think so. Maybe he's got like a flair for the occult and everything. Maybe if Yusuke actually did know about it. I don't think Yusuke would lie. Yusuke doesn't strike me as a liar. Okay. Look at the clipboard. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, Royal Canadian Mounties. What did you say the color was? Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. What the fuck? This game's so weird. Something rattles inside ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. Peek inside. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but is not see-through. Oh, those are from Minecraft. That's where they originated from. You cannot see into its center. How would I open it? Conclude. With your hands, U4 size pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board. Can I read these case files now? Open the hidden compartment in the clipboard. Alright. Oh no, we failed! Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. Alright, if we fail this enough times, we die. Oh, now it's locked. Smell the ledger. Sure, why not? The acidic stench of rotting food has rubbed off of the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. Alright, can we read this case files now? Alright, we did it. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB41120117:00, the next world mural. Wait, HDB41, weren't those officer precinct? Yes, why yes, your precinct number is 41, and HDB. Every last new alphanumeric of the file begins with it, and these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. Horace Debbie Berengar. Haram Darjan Binzakin. Those aren't my initials. I'm not feeling them. Yeah, let's go with that one. Feeling isn't really the jurisdiction we're in right now. Probably for the best, because HDB feels like bad news from yesteryear. Like shit, Honcho. I like Inland Empire. How long does it take to read a case? It takes about half an hour to piece one together using the systems you devised. Where do you want to start? The next world mural. The one... Okay, is that actually... Oh, wow, the time is going forward. Holy shit. This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Coron. Cause of failure, rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their forms reads... True love is possible, only in the next world for new people. It is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. On the middle class? On the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the Belles Litters have the litterage of industrial paint to cover the surface. Fucking hell. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown. Is it fucking Banksy? Wait, do I ever find out who came up with it? The case files do not show you finding the author of the design. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000, I've never seen that word before. After the 9,000, over 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rumbling in the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options: remove the mural, it is wrong; keep the mural, it is right. I mean, I don't really understand the context. I'm going to say... probably remove it. A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Whoops! Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us. All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class. The middle class are not to be blamed. It's human nature. I like it, but can't we wreak havoc on other nations instead? Whoa! I must have voted and possibly even lobbied to remove the thing because I don't believe in that rubbish one bit. I mean, I think we have to go with that because... Let's beat that rubbish mentality into submission, right? I feel like I haven't understood this. Fuck it. No one cares what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger. What do you want to tackle next, or are we done? I think we're done because these are a lot. Let's come back to these as we go on. All right, put the ledger away. All right, let's look at the cup. Holy shit. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Art cop wants to remove art so much. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, an art cop wouldn't do that. Sorry, I forgot what we were role playing as for a second. I forgot Yusuke was an artist. There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content. Yeah, that just kind of sums up the game, doesn't it? Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed away mug that you dug out of the garbage? This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling. You fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? Let's go with number 1. But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it, or do some volunteering work? Just finish your case, detective. Aw, man, can we do it again? I want to get into that mug talk again, but it will not happen. The mug talk is exhausted. It's time to return to work. This game's pretty fucking great. Alright, so we need to use the lights to inspect the pen, right? Inside you see a set of steering levers, a radio, microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and a socket load of the fuel preheater gauge. Kim, how do you turn on the headlights? He turns the preheater on, waits, takes out his keys, and says, "Alright, ready, I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater. Press engine start." The dashboard lights up with orange glow. Rounds per minute gauges jump, and the engine of the Corpus Kinema comes to life with a whiny growl. Press the button labeled headlights. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle. There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. You're done? You just need to stand in front of the machine now. Okay, so is it going to be we just inspect the pen in front of it, or is there going to be a prompt? I'm going to guess there's going to be a prompt. Okay, can we do it without the prompt? No. Okay, so there's a prompt. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears, a street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you. There she is. Riva Shawl, right? Riva Shawl West. There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice. Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no hundreds of micro perforations. Look at the shimmering street grid. Look at the perforations. Perforations? The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Rivashal are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kinema's headlights. Wait, look around you. Where are we on this? Point to the halogen map. Wait, look around you. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. The Martinez, he smells the air and says, "Where are we on this?" "Let me see." He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it. "Right here," he says, his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. "Seems nice. Seems like a shithole. I'm sure I've seen worse. Seems nice." "No, it does not," the lieutenant says with optimism. Damn. Look at the perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. Tally up the different rows. The first row has 18 dots. Not bad. Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet. What about the next one? The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border and then some. Count them individually. Medium success. Alright, we healed our morale. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice large number, a wave of pride washes over you, though you can't say why precisely. What about the last row? Last row has 3 perforations. 3, that's it? That's it. Hey, Kim, what do all these holes mean? Point to the dots in the watermark. Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They're your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look. Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years? Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Wait, 18 years I've done this. Got drunk like a megastar. I walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else. I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Aw, sorry cop path is back. Do you really think I have any idea? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? Do you really think I have any idea? Fair point. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see. Wow, more than 200. 216 to be exact. The lieutenant nods with evident respect. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all Royal Canadian Mountie officers. See, Kim? I told you I was a superstar cop. I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number? Okay, so... yeah, so we were a serious person before this. Well, I assume. Huh. What the fuck happened to us? Okay, this is going a different direction I thought it was going to. Okay, cool. Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Not anymore. Now let's look at the last row. Right, those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. So I'm a killer. I was expecting a higher number, honestly. That's not too many. Yusuke would roll with this. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones, so we have that to be thankful for. I wonder what this is like from Kim's perspective. Have you ever killed anyone, Kim? How do you handle the strain? Yes, he says, declining to elaborate. How do you handle the strain? Everyone has their own method of coping, some more effective or self-destructive than others. He gives you a meaningful look. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Like what? Maybe I should find a hobby. Hobbies are lame. Like what? Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. I want to raise chickens. Maybe I should find a hobby. Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves. He points to your yellow garden. Oh man, what if I hadn't been wearing them? What? What if I hadn't been wearing them? What the fuck? It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab. Thanks for this. Conclude. Okay, let's go. Put the ledger away. Right, I'll turn off the lights. He presses the remote control on the key. God damn, this game is denser than a neutron star. Thicker than a waifu's thighs. Pick up the radio. The frequency tableau lights up and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye, and then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens' radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static. This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you? Who the fuck is Alice? Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on. Come in, dispatch. Come in, dispatch. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalk. Copy. Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you. This is Officer Alice Dimitri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? A voice replies in the radio. Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report. I was told I need to connect to my station, the 41st Lazarus. I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. Of course, what's her number, officer? Kim, didn't Gart give you Sylvie's number? Yes, hold on. The lieutenant takes a look at his notes. Her number is 005-11037. Received. Hold on, officer. No answer. Wait patiently. Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs. Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. It takes a bit to get to the phone. Thank you, John's Dog Tags, for the new sub. Welcome to the Disco Dragons, John's Dog Tag. Sorry, it takes us a little while to get to these sometimes. Thank you, Bloody Hilarious, for the 100 bits. I think your reading speed might be making these streams a bit more taxing on you than they should be. Sorry, there's a mistake here. If you take a bit slower time to actually read it with more calm manner rather than speeding along, it would improve your endurance greatly without actually affecting the progress that much. It's really noticeable from time to time how you get really fast with these. Like I just read your message. Sorry, I tend to read quite quickly, so I don't know if that's true or not for me. It might be, like, it makes sense, but at the same time, if I read slowly, we're going to be here for 3 months. I'm not sure. I can try from time to time and see. Or maybe do a stream and see how it goes. Thank you for the suggestion, Bloody Hilarious. Thank you, Skinny Bones Jones, for the 2-month resub. Just tuned in. Disco Elysium was a huge surprise and ended up possibly being my favorite game of all time. Have I missed a lot? What? Really? We've only played it for about 3 hours, and those are like stream hours. So I'm going to guess if you were playing this by yourself, you would overtake me in about 90 minutes. Depends on how thorough you are. So, or maybe 100. Maybe 100. I don't know. That's only 10 more minutes, but yeah. That good, huh? Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it so much, Skinny Bones Jones. Bloody Hilarious used 900 bits to say, and here are some bits for how many typos there were on my last message. It's pretty late here. Don't worry about it. I can correct them as we go. Thank you for that. It's okay. Thank you, Farah. Sorry. Okay, so it's Farazmaz Herald? Farazmaz Herald? Farazmaz Herald. I think that must be it for the 100 bits. Hey Joe, I hope you're well. I'm surprised how great this game has been so far and hope you keep enjoying it. I have to leave and watch the VOD because I have a final today, but I wanted to see if you ever received my Discord message about Persona 3's difficulty. I don't think I did. Send me another message and I'll see if I can respond to it. If I didn't reply to you, I probably didn't see it, or I did see it and I got distracted and I didn't come back to it. That happens sometimes. Sorry about that. And good luck with your final, and good luck to anyone else who's currently in finals. I know there's a bunch of you that are going through that, and I hope it's over soon. No matter what, it'll be over soon. Good luck. That can be hell, so all the best with it. And also thanks for the sub, Farazmas Herald. Or Faraz Smash Herald. Probably not, though. Welcome to the Disco Dragons. And you also gifted a sub. Damn, you gave some bits, you subbed, and you gifted a sub out. Holy shit. Is that like a hat trick for streaming? Holy shit. You gifted a sub to Absolute Dreamer. Welcome, Absolute Dreamer. Welcome, welcome. The Dreaming Dragons. Super cringy. Officer, she finally returns. I have Sylvie Malika? I don't know. On the line for you. Yes, hello. Okay, I was really expecting this to not go through. Yes, hello. A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's million miles away from here. Is that a mistake? It sounds like she's million miles away from here. Maybe stylistic? It feels like there's something missing there. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective. This is me, a detective. Oh, right. She recognizes your voice almost immediately. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? What's my name? You quit your job at the Whirling. Why? Was it you who called the police? Do you know who put the victim's clothes in the trash? Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the Whirling? All right, you quit your job at the Whirling. You mean, why did I leave the bar? You can hear her tense up on the other side. Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Why not? Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? Okay, why did you leave? Did you leave because of Gart? The static wavers. Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. Was it me? Get away from whom? You know whom. Okay, did you leave because of Gart? What? She stops abruptly. No, why would you even think that? He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen? Sylvie, don't be afraid of that pig. You just have to stand up for yourself. So you do agree that quitting your job just because someone asked you out is an overreaction? Alright, number 1. Please don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. Huh. Was it you who called the police? No, not me. But why didn't you call? Didn't the corpse behind your workplace bother you? Do you know who made the call? What? Of course it bothered me, but I thought the union already knew about the corpse. What does this union have to do with anything? No one calls the police. You can hear her adjust the receiver in her hand. The union would get angry. What do you mean by that? You know, she seems to be looking for words. What the union says goes. People listen to them, and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Wait, Kim, lower your microphone. Is she speaking truth? The union is law around here? I am the authority around here. Looks like there's a limit to my authority then. Tell me why, exactly, did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us? Wasn't it only a week? Weeks? Legally, no. In reality, yes. He looks around. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union. Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation. Push. I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. Push her further. Show her the error of her ways. Let me get this straight. You ignored the law to save your own skin. What others? the other people who live around here, local people. I didn't want trouble. What trouble? You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union internally. I didn't know. I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually. Her voice breaks. It's a little late for tears, isn't it? Should have used them to summon the police earlier. It's okay. Things happen. Not really your fault. I kind of feel like... Now, let's be sensitive, Art Cop. Yes, I know, it's just, she takes a deep... We just had some character development there, chat. We're sensitive, Art Cop. Yes, I know, it's just, she takes a deep breath before continuing. Was there anything else? Do you know who made the call? No, sorry, I don't. She clears her throat. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone or the one on the coast. So the union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it. It was someone else. The lieutenant makes a note. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while. Okay, next question. Oh, God, there's so much. Do you know who put the victim's clothes in the trash? No, I don't know. It wasn't me. She gulps. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench and the corpse. She falls silent. How did my paperwork get in the trash? Well, there's an uncomfortable pause. You tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash thinking you didn't need it. Okay, were we trying to purposefully make it so we wouldn't find it after we erased our memory? I mean, that was kind of a stupid plan. But maybe we're done? I'm sorry about that. She doesn't sound like she's actually that sorry. Anything else, detective? I think I got everything I need, thanks. Empathy. I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye. She's ready to hang up. Empathy. Wait, why does she seem angry with you? Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there. Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything. I'm not mad, it's just the static sighs again. You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skewer thing happened. It just made me want to quit. Also, you came over to me and said, do you want to have some fuck? What skewer thing? So you're telling me that I was the one who made you want to quit. What skewer thing? The stuffed bird. The great skewer. You threw it against the wall while screaming, fuck that bird, and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. This sounds like me, alright. This doesn't sound anything like me. I love birds. Bitch bird got what was coming to her. Why do I always end up screwing everything up? Alright, 2 or 4. I kind of feel like Yusuke does love birds. Art Cop would love birds. Birds are very... Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yes, well, the static on the radio suggests Sylvie doesn't have a comment. Challenging success. Rubbish. You're a green hat and feather totin' bird witcher. Actually, I think I might be a birdie. A bird watching enthusiast, you know. Am I though? Yeah, for sure. Her voice here appears in static. That's wonderful, really. Maybe you should keep pursuing that hobby. Maybe it would calm you down a little. So you're telling me that I was the one who made you want to quit? Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen, and I've seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you, she pauses. Go on. I want to know what I did. Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening on repeat. No more. I hate it now. Hold on. Which song? We Go On by the Oh, she sighs. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. Sorry about the song. To hell with that song. Oh, we should have been Sorry Cop. Oh, man, we could have... Is it too late to change to Sorry Cop? Canadian voice the whole time. Then there was your room, your project, an experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. Superstar Cop, the coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco too. I'm sorry. Sounds intense. That's it. That's not so bad. I mean. Worst client ever? That isn't that bad. I'm sorry. And then I had to deal with your toilet, the one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. Okay, that's pretty bad. I won't even mention you were waving your gun around harassing customers. Okay, yep. Threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. All right, okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. I am truly sorry for everything, Sylvie. I was trying to show you the world of tomorrow, the great panic at the end, the panic at the disco. If you love me, well, you're the worst tavern wench I've ever seen. Girl, just loosen up a little. Don't you ever party? I don't even know what to say. I'm truly sorry for everything, Sylvie. God, I know I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again and let's pretend it never happened. But when I spoke to Gart, it seemed like he thought you left because of him. Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Gart, I really do. Didn't he cross the line when he asked you out? No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing with the corpse and all that. There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side, the telephone cord coiled around her index. I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him, maybe. I can tell him. Except... Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something. Where's our gun? What else did I sing besides oh, I'm looking for a song. Oh, all sorts of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock. Maybe you could help me identify this one particular song. Which one would that be? The one that was really sad. Sad? I think the one you mean is The Smallest Church in Saint Sands? Butchered that right up. Her voice carries a tone of disappointment. Trivia, success, interesting. You still have to find it, however. Right, thank you for talking with me. Take care. You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks in the already familiar voice. Anything else I can help you with, officer? Could you connect me to the 41st precinct? Okay, I think we have to... Please connect me with Sylvie again. Hey, Sylvie, it's the police again. Alright, see you later. Alright, so we need to report our badges missing, right? Just a second, officer. She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. Oh, it's Dark Souls! After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar. Jules Pidieu. 10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over. Thank you, Cabana... Cabana Boy Ryland. Alright, there we go. Sorry. There's no capital letters here, and so it's kind of hard to read all at once like that. Thank you, Cabana Boy Rylan. I like the name Rylan. Welcome to the Disco Dragons. Thank you for the new sub. Super Stickman 22 has resubscribed for 16 months. Oh boy, I hope I get the Rub-a-Dub Sub Club voice line. Bless RNG. 16 months in the cringy kawaii konnichiwa crew. You don't get to decide what cringe you get. What do you think this is? There were no monocoins. Thank you, Niles Crane 19 for the 500 bits. Hey Joe, hope you enjoy the game. The thought system is creative and encourages role-playing. You probably want to be prepared for more difficult moments because this game deals with some serious themes. Also, the Chapo guys voice a couple characters. The Chapo guys. I don't think I know who the Chapo guys are. Maybe I do know, and I just don't recognize the name. I don't know. Huh. Yeah, I'm expecting there's going to be some serious shit that happens later. Okay. Thank you for the warning, Nelscry 19. Thank you very much, and thank you for the bits. Bloody Hilarious used some bits to say, also you can just grab and drag the text anywhere with left click instead of scrolling, or the scroll bar on the right. What? Oh, that's much easier. Thank you for that, Bloody Hilarious. Holy shit. I would have went the whole game without knowing about it. Thank you. And of course, Super Stickman 22, 16 months in the Rub-a-Dub Sub Club. I wouldn't let you down, bro. I wouldn't let you down. Press F1 while you're not in dialogue. Okay, I'll try it. Medium success. A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle smoking with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. Oh, it's like an X-Files reference. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas to the radio switchboard. Medium success. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code. 10-4, station 41. I've got urgent business. Over. 10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. Just reporting in. Over. 10-18, state your message, sir. I need to report my badge missing. I'm in dire need of financial assistance. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. Lieutenant's eyes go wide, but you said. He shakes his head. Never mind. 10-9, over. My badge. I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 1022 the captain. Over. Is it him? A dry voice asks in the background. What does he want? Says he's lost his badge and needs to report it. He what? He lost his badge? Hey, who is this? This is Communications Officer Jules Pidu, sir. Over. No, the other one. You mean your partner? Over. What is he saying? He's asking who you are. I'm his goddamn partner. It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vicmer? Vicumere? Mario, sir. Over. Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? The man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience. Who lost his badge? Who are all these people? Chester McLean. Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? Oh, our name's Dick? It's Officer Dick. He tries to speak through laughter. Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity. Trivia success. Dick Mullen is not your... it's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself immediately. They're laughing at you. Authority. Come on, operator. Tell them to stop. This is serious. Haha. Officer lost his badge. Haha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it. He says that this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically. Oh, goddammit, is he fucking kidding? The whole station's going to be dicked for this. Satellite Officer Mario is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. I can read, I swear. Over. Mullen dicked us. Can't we just move on? 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. Fuck me, Mac. Come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on? Oh, it's Mac Torson. Super Cop here lost his badge. Superstar Cop. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. Could you all please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment? Enough with this now. I have other things to discuss. He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge. Why? Did he find it? The room at the other end of the line erupts into volcanic laughter. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. Sergeant Torson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Oh, okay, Jules, what the fuck is wrong with you? Challenging failure. You don't have a comeback. Sorry. This game's great. He's not replying. Looks like he is still looking for it. You can hear laughter in the background. Enough with this now. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you. New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. The speaker gasps for air. Ask him if he lost his gun too. The room roars with laughter. Actually, Sergeant Torson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over. Trivia success. Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck, you don't know where it is, do you? Oh god, it's not here. I don't have my gun? No, it's gone. It's not fucking on you. 10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? Over? We were wondering about your gun. Over. Drama. Convince them that you didn't lose your gun. Alright. Art Cop is dramatic. Art Cop would go this. Lying over the phone? It's easy. Just say it like it's the truth, and then it becomes it. No, of course I didn't lose my gun. He says he didn't. Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Yeah, losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it. We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. Do you need further assistance? Over. Listen, I've actually... Okay. Okay, 10-4, sorry, hear you, relay your question. Over. Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it through. What's there to think about? I need information, not fear. Yeah, that's it. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone. 10-4, sir, I'm not hearing your question. The radio operator inquires again. Hold on, are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself. I wanted to know if you've got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth. Please refer for me with my full name in the future. Any news about my, family? Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM? Okay, no way number one. No. That's dumb. Like, 2 or 5. Let's go with 2. What? What is it? He's still on the line? He wants to verify the information on his badge, but of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Riva Sholian Cavalry Force. Tell him to stop wasting time. What do you need, sir? Over. Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM? 10-4, well, that's, does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work? He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCM. For God's sake, cut this shit out. Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change. Sir, Silent Officer Mario says I heard him. Okay, so we're done. We're done. Okay, we're done. Roger that. 10-10 over and out. The static ends with a loud click, then everything is silent in the cabin. Pull out the pull-out toolbox. The metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools like some men are. He's clearly a little protective of his tools, but what can you do? Work is work. Take the red-tip pry bar. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. They're waiting for you in the test chamber, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. Take the rubber handled chain cutters. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap go the cutters in your hand. Take the hand cranked flashlight. It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. Push in the pull-out toolbox. Run your fingers over one of the steering levers. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Tap on the fuel preheater gauge. Fuck the car. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat. Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they're mesmerizing. They're also fragile, but not that fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again. I wonder how many, like 2-3 years before we can just have a meme for every single thing that's ever said in anything? Just non-stop memes all the way. Guillaume Le Million. Whoa, that's gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, man. That kind of reminds me of, it's different, but it kind of reminds me of Wimble Builders. I think that's how you pronounce it. I love those kind of paintings. Look at this guy with someone coming out of his butt. Oh, man, that's gorgeous. Bad news. Guillaume de Million, Le Million, did not become a cop. In 1938, he went on a tour to the Hseniao province in Saphir, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. Alright, good way to go. His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Traynor single Wonderland skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning. Pain threshold, blood oxygen is boring. What? All cellular and caps raised by 1. Okay. Thought complete. Inexplicable feminist agenda. Oh man, that's gorgeous too. Look at that. There is something you need to see, sir. We have found the remnants of an ancient artifact lodged in your hypothalamus. Hypothalamus or hypothalamus? I think it's hypo, isn't it? It's hippocampus, though. Isn't that spelled differently? Huh. It is a cylindrical object, piss-weathered and smelling of liquor. The paint is peeling off, but you can clearly make out the letters Revolutionary Feminist Agenda on the hull. It appears that some time ago, before you became a joke, you were an actual feminist. Somehow you've come back to that conclusion. Perhaps you can work your way back. Empathy could evolve into RFA? Radical feminist agenda? Real feminist agenda? Mario? -1 electrochemistry, would have to quit drugs to get there. Revolutionary feminist agenda. Okay. So we can... These are our 3. We don't have any... Wait, can we unlock one? Did we level up? We leveled up. Okay, am I blind? Where are my available skill points? Is it down here? Would there be 2 if I skipped? I kind of want to skip and see if there would be 2. I'm guessing there probably would be 2. All right. Do we want a thought or do we want a skill point? What could we get? We can get Lonesome Long Way Home. Encyclopedia Factual Memory Returns. All right. And then you don't get to see what you get at the end? Man, look at that. Fucking hell. So we got -1 logic and learning cap for visual calculus, suggestion, electrochemistry, composure raised to 6. This is kind of shit, isn't it? I don't know how to judge this. I guess let's just wait. Let's just level something up and we'll see. What should we get? Should we get perception up so we can open that door? Suggestion, hey, so we've been monitoring you internally and now we know your copotype. Wait, there are copotypes. Okay, what am I? Yes, guess what's yours? Cool cop. Some kind of suicide squad? Sorry cop? I'm sorry, I'm not sure. I was kind of hoping I'm the superstar cop. That is only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again. You're the cool cop. No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on here. Won't the other copotypes be jealous? What, jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine, don't worry. Easy success. They'll be super, 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 super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual copotype from sorry to anything. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm sorry, we have to do it. See, it's me. I apologize all the time. I'm sorry. We're doing it. Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info, or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. Ah, that won't happen. Rigorous self-critique. Temporary research bonus, -1 authority, embarrassment to the party, research time. You're one sorry piece of shit, a cop penitent, a flagellant cop monk. This is not the right line of work for you. You should be groveling at the feet of a feudal lord, providing lurid evidence against yourself at a Mazovian show trial, or ripping the flesh from your back with a cat o' nine tails. Whatever made you this way, you can be damn sure it was your own fault. Do it. Really criticize yourself. Who knows, you might uncover something of importance from your guilt-ridden past. All right, we're doing it. We're unlocking so we can do that. That's amazing. I must internalize this. All right, rigorous self-critique. Fuck it, we're doing it. Oh shit, we stopped. All right, there we go. It's back on. Fuck this. We're doing it. All right, what's over here? Oh, someone wanted me to call the Lazar whatever. I thought that was just another name for the precinct. Press F1 when not. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll do that afterwards. Okay, Station 41's Lazareth. Okay, I don't know what a Lazareth is. Maybe that's why. It will take just a moment, officer. Her voice fades out into the familiar radio static. You hear a man clearing his throat briskly, then an answer. Gottlieb? What do you want? Nix Gottlieb? Gottlieb? He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy. Sorry, just a routine checkup. Sorry, I was told to call the Lazareth. People are worried about me. Sorry, I'm in a bad way, Doc. A real bad way. Oh, the man is unpleasantly surprised. It's you. You know who I am? I think I've had a heart attack. I've lost my memory. All of it. Isn't there anything you can do for me? You know who I am? Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me. Good fortune. You mean good fortune. You mean good fortune, right? What? I don't understand that line. I'm sorry. I've been such a... Oh, spare me the sad, drunken blubbering and get on with it. What's your complaint? I've lost my memory. All of it. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised. You're not surprised? Okay, anything else? What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely. Why is no one taking this seriously? It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care. There you go. I think I've had a heart attack. And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile? Yes. Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life. Isn't there anything you can do for me? What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body? Yes, I want the truth. No, that doesn't sound like something I can handle right now. I see your point. Might as well just get back to work. Yeah, we want the truth. You want the real honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime. And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate? Cyanoacrylate? It looks like Mac Torson. Oh, I don't like that guy. Oh, there he is. It's not fucking cryactylate. It's super glue, Doc. I hate that guy. I'm adding an R. Cyanoacrylate. I'm fucking adding an R to it. Okay, I guess that's it for now. Alright, that was fun. The voice clicks, suddenly you hear the already familiar voice. Alright, we're done. Cool. Alright, got some XP for that. Okay, close the door. Alright, now we're pressing F1. Thoughts. Active thoughts after dialogue options. Thought bonuses differ for research and completion. Tools. Time. Time passes when you're picking new dialogue options. Read books to pass time quicker. Tasks. Gain experience by completing tasks or exploring. Leveling up grants you points. Skill points. Use skills to upgrade skill. Okay, there you go. Upgrade skills or unlock and forget thoughts. You need to spend a point to forget something. Skill checks. White skill checks can be re-rolled. Explore options or level up to try again. Red skill checks are permanent. Interesting. All right. So press space to continue. Interactable objects. Quick select. What? Thought cabinet. Character sheet. Inventory journal. Okay, that's that. Okay. What's quick select? What? For our tools? Pry bar. Has Carson T heavy duty engraved on it. Okay. Some great tectonic forces cracked the pavement like an eggshell. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Oh, God! Number 4 Superstar Cop, Apocalypse Cop, Sorry Cop, Boring Cop, Communist, Fascist, Ultra-Liberal. Oh, God, we're not doing well. Moralist, Good Cop, Bad Cop 2, People Killed 3, Cases Solved 216, Years in Service 18 years. Holy shit. We're going to be watching some Jordan Peterson after this at the way we're going. Fuck. Alright, let's go sit on the bench. The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting. The lieutenant looks down the street. We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go. You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Raggy? It's Raggy, right? Kitsuragi is gone. I'm sorry, guys. We need to interrupt this because I just really need to start watching the Joe Rogan podcast right now. I'm really, really sorry. I have to do it. Just compelled. Alright, what's in the mailbox? Mail collection box. This Post l'Adventure mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. Good mail delivery box. Pat the box. Fuck you, mail delivery box. Kick it. Let's pat it. The box seems happy. It's Mailbox Chan. Eat shit, pig. Fucked by the Kun and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore. Oh man, let's go find Jenny. And base set mailbox also. I feel you, mail collection box. Been there. Post l'Adventure mail collection box. Been there. Mail collection box. You should man the fuck up. Are we gonna get alt-right points if we go with number 3? We're gonna be the most apologetic alt-right guy. I'm racist and I'm sorry. Alright, I've been there. Oh, we got some morale. The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow. Okay, I'm not... No, we're gonna be nice to the mailbox. Alright. Fuck. Can we open the thing now? Because we got some more morale, or we have the pry box thing? It's locked. Put skill points into interfacing to open this white... Oh, fuck, man. God damn it. Whoops. Put the ledger away. Do. Oh my god, there's so many dad joke requests. Who's wanting these? These is just the worst reward. PSL, Cahill 555, Ralph Clogs, and Matica. You guys want the dad joke book? Alright. Holy shit. Alright, welcome to the stream, everybody. Okay. PSL. A veterinarian felt ill and went to see her doctor. The doctor was asking all the usual questions about symptoms and how long they had been occurring, when the vet interrupted him. Hey, look, I'm a veterinarian. I don't need to ask my patients these kinds of questions. I can tell what's wrong just by looking. Why can't you? The doctor nodded, looked her up and down, wrote out a prescription, and handed it to her. He said, there you go. Of course, if that doesn't work, we'll have to put you down. Why didn't the cyclist win the race? He just wasn't pumped enough. If you this is Lily's favorite one. If you're American when you go into the bathroom and American when you come out, what are you when you're in the bathroom? European. All right, I hope that was worth it. PSL. All right, Cahill 555's. England doesn't have a kidney bank. It does, however, have a Liverpool. All right, so this is a conversation between a cop and someone, so it's very fitting. Cop says, you were swerving a lot, so I have to conduct a sobriety test. Me, okay. Cop, let's get Taco Bell. Me, no. Cop, text your ex. Me, no. Cop, okay, you're good. Wow, that was awful. That was terrible. A highway patrol officer tried to pull over a speeding car on the interstate, but the car wouldn't stop. He pulled alongside the car and was astounded to see that the old woman behind the wheel was knitting, completely oblivious to the patrol's car's flashing lights and siren. The officer shouted over his loudspeaker, "Pull over!" "No," the old lady yelled back. "It's a scarf." Thank you, Calhill 555. Ralph Clogs. What do you call someone who never farts in public? A private tutor. That one's good. That one's good. Oh. That one's good. Smile and the world smiles with you. Fart and the world suddenly stops smiling. What? That's not clever. That's just people don't like farts. What is the definition of surprise? A fart with a lump in it. What is all the fart jokes? Are we in like the fart joke section? What has a bottom at the top? Your legs. I hope that was worth it, Ralph Clogs. Yours are better than this. No contest. And last is Matica. Here we go. The quarter refused to jump off the train with the nickel. It had more sense. This is a George Carlin quote, apparently. Why is the man who invests all your money called a broker? Why didn't the approaching black hole concern the astronaut? He just didn't understand the gravity of the situation. A rope walks into a bar. The bartender squints at him and says, "A rope? We don't serve your kind here. Get out." The rope goes outside, ties himself into a bow, messes up his edges, and walks back into the bar. "Aren't you that rope that just came in here?" the bartender asks. "Nope," says the rope. "I'm afraid not." That one's good. Oh, we got another. Cloakenoff, how are you wanting this? Who wants this? Who wants to spend all these coins on this shit? Are you serious, Cloakenoff? Alright, here we go. First mate says, feeding the prisoners to the sharks isn't any fun. Captain says, it is for the sharks. Judy Tenuta quote, I don't know who that is. My mother told me I would never amount to anything because I procrastinate. I said, just wait. Why did the traffic light turn red? You would too if you had to change in the middle of the street. Today someone knocked on the door and asked for a small donation for the local swimming pool. I gave him a glass of water. That is such a boomer fucking joke. Why did Humpty Dumpty have a great fall? He was compensating for his lousy summer. I've heard that one before. Alright, am I done? No, they're coming in faster than I can read them. Thank you. Rico1332, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why would you do that? Okay, I'm going to the other book. Fuck it. I'm going to the other book. This other book's even worse. Alright. I'm thinking about getting a new haircut. I'm going to mull it over. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired. What do you call Santa's helpers? Subordinate clauses. What time is it? I don't know. It keeps changing. Alright. That's it. I'm caught up. Holy shit. Holy shit. Welcome to the Joseph Anderson stream. We occasionally play video games. We occasionally play video games. Up the cost? I think we do have to up the cost.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Do you still have your salts? I think I could use some. Sure, I'm done with them. She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you. What is this fuck the police business? Excuse me? She doesn't understand. She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop the sign of questioning. Yeah, let's drop it. Let's drop it. We don't need to investigate everything. Look at this shit. Look, see this box here? Look at how many fucking options this box has. Look at this shit. Fucking hell. Whoa, what's with that tree? That tree looks weird. There are several footprints in the mud left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Visual calculus. Get an exact count. What kind of boots? Heavy workers' boots with the reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. This is... Oh, Witcher vision! Drowners. Gotta be. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear? Hey, anyone who's played Witcher 3, did you ever get mad when you figured out what the monster was before Geralt did? That's in the video. Lieutenant Worker's boots tracks point to them. Noted. The lieutenant takes out his little notebook. Visual calculus. Maybe more than 12? No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Go over them one by one. Standard work boot, steel, reinforced toes. No, 46. Lushan, gotta be. Standard work boot, steel, reinforced toes. No, 44. No, number 44? Hobnailed. Number 15. Standard work boot. Wait, which is it? Count more. Another standard work boot. Steel reinforced. Number 44. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot. But no, 41. Male or female? Count the rest. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. No, 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. I'm not understanding what's going on. And yet another standard work boot. No, 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. However, the right sole is smoother, more worn. How many? The lieutenant has been tracking your eyes movements. 8. 400 million. 8. I was pretty off then. I counted 20. The same guys are going back and forth. Way off. Way. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia? Hyperopia? He points to his glasses. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? Point. Light step. Number 41 shoe. A woman or a kid? Could be a woman. Could be a kid. I don't think there's any way to be sure. Understood. Anything else? A heavy one, 200-kilogram imprint. 200, he thinks for a moment. Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavy-built worker carrying a similarly built soon-to-be dead man. Yeah, that's what I thought too, actually. He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely. One of them was carrying him over. Maybe it was a giant. It could have been an extremely obese person. I don't know. One of them was carrying him over. Possibly, yes. Lieutenant marked something down in his notebook. But why? You're thinking, why did they have to carry him? Let it be. Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just marched him up to the gallows. Maybe the victim refused to walk to his own lynching. Maybe the victim wasn't conscious. Our reading of these prints could be wrong. I think number 2. Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? An aberration. One soul smoother than the other. Interesting. Let's name it the odd soul. Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant? Someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner or at the harbor. He thinks for a second. Or maybe a drummer. He regrets it the moment he says it. Look at this. This is cool. Look at the labels on the ground. A drummer? That's stupid. So one of the people we were looking for is a drummer. Don't say anything. Just not. Let's let it go. Let's be nice to Kim. I don't know why I said that. We're not looking for a drummer. We're looking for a group of dock workers. Or a drummer. He raises his index finger. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. I don't drive, but my understanding of driving is that you just use use your right foot for both pedals? You never have both pedal feet operating at the same time, right? Isn't that how it works? Nod thoughtfully. I was actually thinking the exact same thing. Interesting. If only I had come up with that idea. He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? What? No? Sure, yes, prudent. The lieutenant writes the information down in his notebook, then reverts to the tracks in the mud. How old do you think these tracks are? A week maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller who reported the hanging. It is not impossible. How do you know? I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Revachol, 7 days below freezing. The day before, the last of his hanging, was the last warm day. Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago. Hey Lily, how's it going?
Okay, how's the game?
Pretty good. Still enjoying it.
Good.
It's not a game though.
No?
No. Did you hear all the dad jokes?
Is it a vocal performance?
It's a vocal performance.
Is it an experience?
It's an experience for sure. Someone else, Dalmec did okay, Lily can read these. Here you go. Here you go. Pick the flip to something and read 2 pages out loud. Here you go.
Why can't your nose be 12 inches long? Because then it'd be a foot. This was awful. Why did the pig get hired by the restaurant? He was really good at bacon.
Oh, okay.
What do you call anxious dinosaurs? Nervous wrecks. And finally, what do you call a snobbish criminal going down the stairs? This one's very in-depth.
Okay.
A condescending condescending.
Oh, God. Caps the doorman requests another 2 pages. This is the whole stream. This is it. This is it now. This is it now.
Rip boiled water. You will be missed. That's enough of that.
No, we have 2 more to do. Do you want to do it or should I do it? A friend of mine tried to annoy me with bird puns, but I soon realized that 2 can play at that game. The deer grabbed the gun and gave the hunter a taste of his own venison. Oh my God. Why did the bee get married? Because he found his honey. What did the buffalo say when his son went to his son when he left for college? Bye, son. Bye, son. Okay, I think no more for the rest of the stream. They keep coming in faster than we can do it. I think we're done. No more for this. I'm vetoing it. I'm vetoing it. We're done. You're done. You're done. Thank you to Lagia Crux for the new sub of Prime. Welcome to Prime Time. Clawfist from Lily.
Clawfist.
Thank you, Jekkomans, for the 500 bits. This is for the Adventures of Trash Can VODs. Most fun I've had watching a Let's Play. Really? Oh, damn. Thank you, Jekkomans. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Whoa, why is your text purple? I calculated the Ayaya. Once we're on the 5 days a week, 5 hours a day schedule, with at least 250 subs watching every stream, donating bits and gifting at least one sub every month, it will still take 54 months to get Ayaya with spending monocoins exclusively on Ayaya. Okay, sounds like a challenge. Weebs don't turn down a challenge, right? I believe in you, Weebs. I don't. Thank you, Jericho-Mans, again for the 500 bits. Ralph was using this to say the dad joke people just needed to work out their shit. It's going to just be a steady stream of this now. Parker Starfish has used 100 bits to say, just woke up, what did I miss? A bunch of dad jokes. That's what you missed. A bunch of dad jokes. We're never finishing this game. Oh, and then you use 50 bits after that to say, oh, dad joke. Yeah, there you go. I've missed dad jokes. Don't worry, senpai. I'm saving up my coins for dab jokes. Nice. The dab is going to be so anticlimactic. Thank you, Infinity Squirrel, for the new sub. Welcome to the Disco Dragons, because it's Disco Elysium.
I like that.
The Disco Dragons. DISCO Dragons. Thank you.
Just imagine them doing some, John Travolta.
Last on my list is Ralph Claus with 100 bits. Kim and Yusuke are camping out in the wilderness. Kim, looking up into the sky, the night sky after waking up, has led me to realize something. Yusuke, Space Memorial Day. Kim, no, somebody has stolen our tent. What do you think happened here? What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching. Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. I think we have a firm understanding of what happened here. Will the entirety of the Trash Can Chronicles make it up to YouTube eventually? I hope so. It might be a while because everyone's going to be, all of them are copyright claimed, unfortunately. So it's going to be a while. Yeah. Please increase the price of the jokes for the love of God. I feel like it's too expensive and too cheap at the same time. Too many people saved up. Like, for what you get, it's too expensive. But for the whole stream, it's like it's too accessible.
Yeah, it's true.
It's too accessible.
Too accessible.
It's the Mario Odyssey of rewards. The lieutenant's eyes.
You don't want to be easy with your jokes.
Exactly.
You don't want to be easy.
Lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself. A doubt, perhaps? It would be unprofessional of him to be sure of himself at such an early stage of the investigation. Have most other streamers have some stupid bullshit for their rewards too? Did you see it, Lily? It's $1 billion nanocoins to enable a but at 20,000 coins they can cash it in, and I'll reduce it by 20,000.
Oh.
See?
That joke. I can't believe this is a thing.
Oh man.
See you later.
See ya. Alright, we're finally inspecting the body. It only took 5 hours. Endurance, let go of your nose. Oh, we can try again. Alright, 8%. Alright, here we go. 8%. We can do it. We can do it. We didn't do it. Item lost. Ampoule of ammonia. Oh, I guess we used it? Okay. Nope. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears. The ammonia didn't help at all. I think I don't want to be a cop anymore. Spit and say nothing. The ammonia didn't help at all. Nor does the wind right now. You feel the lieutenant pat on your back rhythmically. The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat. I'm like the mailbox to him. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You're facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. Oh, let's go drink. Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? This is bullshit, because you've also been drunk your whole life. This is bullshit. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a cop. Can't we do something else? I think I want to solve something else now. Do it without me. I just can't keep it down. I think Yusuke want to go be an artist. Okay, you said it. You needed to say it, and now that you have, he withdraws his hand from your back and looks you in the eye. You need to get your shit together. Okay. Shake your head. No. But I don't want to get my shit together. But my shit already is together. Okay. Volumetric shit compressor. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. Get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals, find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Are we ever going to inspect this body? You have received a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet in the bottom menu and equip it. Okay, we don't have a thought. Should we replace rigorous self-critique with the volumetric shit compressor? I think it's done actually. I think it's set forever. Okay, what the fuck is this? An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Main hall, building A. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell, then a woman picks up the receiver. Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this? Try to impersonate Kuno. Fuck off, pig. I'm Kuno. I don't give a shit. Let me in. This is the police. Please open the door. Sorry, I was just trying random doorbells. I didn't have anything important. Please don't do that. Doorbells are not toys, and this one isn't even working properly. Please don't call us again. Thank you. Fabron's taxidermy? Emma's fashion atelier. 24-hour window. Okay, empty card. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it. This button looks new. Oh, sorry. That was what he was saying. Sorry, eh? All right, let's go walk around. What's the limits of where we can go right now? All right, there's someone here. Crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Holy shit. Oh no. Oh no. This is fine. Whoa, what do we hear? A bridge? A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one. Whatever, let death come. I'm never going to be able to say it right. Shalian badass. Cam, it looks like we got a construction code violation. Guess I'll have to take my chances. Lieutenant looks around. True, they never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Riva Shaw looks better, though. But, Lieutenant, think about the splinters. And also the Ninja Turtles. The bridge is fine though. Fine enough. Locals use it all the time. After all, it's nothing to worry about. He adjusts his glasses, shall we? Okay, what if I just keep walking back and forth on it? Will it eventually break? Can we kill Kim? So one change I wish that the game had, maybe it's in the options menu. I wish I could hold left mouse button and he moves toward where I'm going instead of having to constantly click. You hear the distant squall of seabirds. A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. Kim, look! Bullet holes! Bible! The fading marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions, just chips in the sandstone. They look pretty ancient. Where? He looks around. Points to the chips on the wall. Someone has been shot. We're cops. We should solve it. There, he looks at the wall. Those are old. Oh, you mean like from the Revolution? What do you mean old? These bullets were fired during the Revolution over half a century ago. They do not warrant investigation. Okay, what can you tell me about this revolution? Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go? Oh, damn, we got experience for that. That's cool. Whoa, what's that? Yellow plastic bag, frit. Equip this to collect tar from the streets. This plastic bag has frit, sick, written on it in a dynamic, forceful manner that implies great prices. As you crack it open, a multi-gust of air flies in your face. Smells of yeast and beer. A perfect place for tar. What the fuck is tar? I don't know what that is. Is it tar A? Plastic tar. I don't know what that is. The ad reads broken window. Tibbs has windows. Damn, we're getting a bunch of tar. It's recycling. Oh, are we picking stuff up to recycle it for like a couple cents for each one? This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubble gum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. Wait. Okay, I don't want to do this. I'm not that kind of cop. Wait, we have a debt. We have a debt. I am that kind of cop. All right. I pay my debts. I'm that kind of a cop. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off. Okay, so right now I'm just kind of just walking around to just see what like the area we're in is like testing the boundaries of the map. Nosafed health. Nice. Now we can die. Oh man, so much tar. Water lockout of order until Wednesday, 7:15 a.m. All right. Ooh. Does this matter? I guess we'll find out. A helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors. Yeah, but is there any like empty plastic bottles?
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Okay, superstar cop would totally wear sunglasses. Try the shades on. Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow. Damn, officer, you look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. The man nods eagerly. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents. No, Lynn's hand gently removes the glasses from your face, setting you free again. You're definitely not buying those. Don't tell me what to do, Kim. I like those sunglasses. You're right. I'm too sensible for those. Shades of self-destruction. What? Oh, we don't have enough money. Alright, leave for now. Alright, we'll come back for them later. Hot air rises up from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. Oh man, so much tar. You could lose a dinosaur in me. Like, holy shit. Can we get over here? Oh wow, we can. Horseback Monument. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rocks. Who is this? That looks cool. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philippe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Rivachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." What did this king do? Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philippe was known for his profligacy? Profligacy? In what way? Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Rivachol. Burgers Lettuce says, haha, my message is highlighted. Suck my nads, Joe. Ha ha ha, Lamao. Got him. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anticentennial, or just antcentennial? I'm going to guess anticentennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy of the Insulindian Isola. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury? It's really easy. Stories have it that he had his bedroom covered in a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sal Arum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers like some obese dragon instead of a bed like a normal person. I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style. The king is the king, and he can do anything. Wait, really? There's no way that's true. A deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. The what now? You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Prodigious? Because it's prodigy, right? Prodigious? Or do you pronounce it differently when it's like that? Okay, what is nose candy? That is a lot to process, so he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay. Okay, what is nose candy? Cocaine. This is a lot to process. His Majesty's courtiers said it would help him connect with the higher realms. Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum, what happened to the statue? The original was blown apart by communards, and further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Rivachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment and it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. That was a nicely written paragraph. That's brilliant, so funny and nihilistic. That's such a bad idea. I really don't get art. Definitely number one. People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Conceptualization, success. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time. It's an art mystery. Horseback monument. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life, either. Huh, that was cool. Anyone else overwhelmed as fuck with this game? Oh man, we can put a physical a white tank top on instead of what? Okay. Hey, I'm an art cop. Alright, conceptualization, suggestion. I mean, I kind of feel like we have enough conceptualization. Let's put it on, fuck it. Ruins full of snow, no one lives here anymore. Oh, we found money! Nice. Okay, again, I didn't realize that was going to trigger a big conversation. I'm just trying to just look around the map. You're just afraid of work yourselves. Why don't you fucking come down here? Oh man, you guys are just standing next to money. Sorry, I'll be taking that, eh? Magnesium. Okay, so is that the limit of the world? We just saw it all? I assume there are other areas. Goods for the lorry, haphazardly live the surroundings, but this is it for now? Is there a map? Acquire a copy of the city map. Alright. Okay, so where do we want to go? Do we want to talk to people and see what they think about the body?
Again, officer.
Okay, that's it. So let's just go back the way we came. Tommy Lee home. The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes. Outcetera has used 203 bits precisely to say, hello, Daddy Pon Jamison. How are your ha and ka? Well, they're fragile, but they're not that fragile. Thank you for making me think of Death Stranding again. I'm warming up more and more to Death Stranding as time goes on, but I still think it has some big problems. But that was a fun game. I enjoyed myself with it. Thank you for the message and the bits. You also gave another 100 bits for another message. Yusuke So would come into the 7-Eleven with 300 empty aluminum cans. Yeah, he would. He would. Yeah, you're right. That's definitely on target. You're right. Anton1699 has used 50 bits to say, isn't the monocoin system really unfair? I mean, those of us who still go to school can just demolish their classrooms to get more. And thank you, Scumbag Soul, for the 15-month resub. Alright, now this is sick. Now this is pod racing. Thank you, Scumbag Soul. Has anyone seen the Star Wars movie? How was it? No spoilers, please. Don't make me post the banana. Apparently the critics didn't like it this time, which means everyone that disagreed with the critics on the last one should really like it this time, right? You gotta be consistent. Thank you for the resub, Scumbag Soul. Medium success. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes. I am the law. Keep listening. He finishes and turns to you. Hey there. What's going on
What's the
here?
jam, my man?
He motions toward the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am. So how long have you been here?
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife. This is the antechamber of the afterlife. Who knew?
Feels near forever. Like I was born on this here
Ooh,
roundabout.
that was
This
wrong.
is all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Damn, the voice acting different than the subtitles. What did this game think it is? Witcher 3? Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both. I dig your style, man. Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Care to spare some change for a working tell me more about this strike. It's like whatever's going on over at the docks, workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. What's the union demanding? Some pretty wild stuff, I hear, like a giant new power crane and half the company. I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too, like a strike negotiator type. They know what's up, precise demands and so on. Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. He takes a note. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure. What do you think the company wants? They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. He makes a ka-ching sound. He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side, that's for sure. Anything else I should know? Anything else, he thinks? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. All of who? Us lorry drivers. Camioners? A few still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high or laid. He smiles awkwardly. Not that I blame him, really. Not you? Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now, thinking, reflecting, observing. He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes. Damn, Yusuke and this guy, they would get along. What are you hauling anyway? Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Relax, he's merely joking. You're under arrest. Wicked. I've always wanted a friend in the underworld. Okay, you're under arrest. Can I joke too? Relax, he's merely joking. You're under arrest. Because it's a joke? Like, haha, I'm a cop? No. Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. He grins. I've got another haul of fallen cargo, mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately. Okay. So, nothing illegal then. That's your machine behind you. Could I get one of those fallen tracksuits you're hauling? We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. Okay, right, I had another question. Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there? He ain't one of us drivers, I know that, all accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked to boot that. Been wasting time right here, keep him busy. Keep on keeping on. It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Busy? With what? Analyzing the fundamental structure and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. Challenging. Success. Ask for his conclusion. And your conclusion. A sense of surprise. There ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, the writing's really good on this. Care to spare some change for a working sit? Nah. Would you say he's not going to take us seriously if we need to come talk to him later? Nah, we're good. No, don't be a stranger. He gives a salute with 2 fingers. All right. Let's go into one of these stores. This is Frit, right? Drugs raise learning caps, but they're bad for your health? Yusuke never asked us for money. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips, too. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio, but is it our melancholy pop song? Tar machine. The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle, 10 cents. Insert your bottles. Aw, man. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now. All right, how much money do we have? We have... Oh, it's right there. 4 real and 09. How much do we need? 60 or something? Oh, God. How much should we drink? St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm. Whoa. Lot of yellow. Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Drouamine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma. What is Hypnogamma? Oh, it says +3 morale, +1 morale, +3 health, +1 health. All right, well, we never need the more expensive stuff, which is a shame because it's more efficient. Yeah. Oh, well. What do these products do? I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Dramamine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is she stops. I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising. Thank you for explaining, miss. Her nose is already back to her magazine. Who is St. Baptiste? St. Baptiste? You know, she nods slowly at the cabinet. The pharmaceuticals company? St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals, the one that sells meds out of St. Baptiste. She points to the cabinet. That one? There? She is right. St. Baptiste, the company, derives its name from St. Baptiste, the city itself so named after St. Baptiste, because that's what it is, St. Baptiste. The rare case where that really is the full etymological... I can't say it. I'm not going to try and get history as far as almost... anyone knows at least. This is what a stroke sounds like. Do you have any ammonia? Yeah, there is an ampoule somewhere. She waves her hand in the air absentmindedly. Okay, it didn't work last time, right?
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine. What's that magazine she's reading? Before we go on, what is this, Frit? What magazine are you reading? Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
I don't know. Frit?
Why is it written with 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier.
She chews on her gum with disgust. It doesn't. The story goes that normal Frit with 2 T's, a men's workshop in Friederfort, was already taken. So when Frit Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement. In case this is the first stream you've ever stopped by, I have something, I don't know, I've never been officially diagnosed with this, but I have something kind of like dyslexia when it comes to reading. Letters are fine, but sometimes words kind of flip for me, and like 2 lines will just kind of smash into each other. So what I did there was like the story that goes instead of goes that. Like things like that happen to me quite often. It happens when I'm writing too. It's not as extreme as dyslexia, but it's something kind of close to it. I don't know what it is. I've always had it though, forever. It's mostly when I'm reading out loud too. I don't think it really happens when I'm reading myself. Something about having to do both at the same time, maybe? I'm not sure. What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover, boasting a colorful photo of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got like famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode. Featured on page 34. This speaks to you. Oh man, rule 34. Stupid famous people. I approve of this. Very futuristic. Tap on the girls kissing. Forget about all that. What is this? What this is okay, that's a mistake, right? That's not me. That doesn't help either, the fact that there's some mistakes. That's a mistake, right? It's supposed to be, what is this fashion police feature? Point at the cover. I'm not even interested in that magazine. I don't even know why I asked about it. Okay, can I do more of that? Like, I want to do both 2 and 3. Let's do 3 first.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's the numero uno guy in there right now? And does he look like this? Point at yourself. Point to her hat. I bet your hat would take the prize. So who is the most stylish there? It can't be anyone from Pierre. Number 1. Her lazy eyes scan up and down your body, assessing the situation.
No, I don't think so.
We are not the fashion police.
We could be.
We're the real police.
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got like
I
famous
approve
people
of
in
this.
it.
Very futuristic.
It's not for sale.
She pops her raspberry flavored bubblegum and nods. The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half smile. Let's proceed.
Okay, I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She puts down the magazine. Can you tell me anything about the dead body? Can you tell me anything about this reality we're in? Reality, you mean? What reality? Economic reality, or... She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question? Yes. Tell me about the economic reality. No, I meant the physical reality. I don't know. What about it? Where are we? We're in Frit? No, I meant where are we on a larger scale? As mankind, or as a nation, or what will her essay prompt be? As a mankind, as a nation. Like, where in the world? As a nation. We're in a, she rubs her face thinking, we're in a transition. You know, transitioning from monarchy to democracy, all that stuff. She nods, then folds her magazine back. What time is it? I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall. The clock shows the time to be 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock isn't work, yeah. What if it was 10:09 when we came in? Would it have... Would it show? What is the revolution? When ordinary people take over the government and demand democracy? What about the one we had here in Revachol? Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this, at history, I mean. The coalition, what's that? Someone told me there is one. Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article. She taps the magazine on the counter. I won't bother you with this nonsense anymore. Cool. She seems happy to return to her reading. Can you tell me anything about the dead body? I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it. Did you know the man who died? How long has it been there? What do you think happened? Thank you for your help. Do you know the man who died? Not really. Not really. Does that mean you knew him a little? No, I didn't know him at all. How long has it been there? I don't know. Really long? What did you think happened? I don't know. No need to worry. The lieutenant's voice is soothing and professional. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay? Okay, she scratches her nose. Thank you for your help. Oh, okay, well, this was a waste of time. I want to buy a raincoat. Oh, more endurance. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice boxes. The raincoats are transparent. Expect? Wrong? For the big Frit slogan on the back. What's that? Points to the raincoat. What is what? The girl leans over the counter to see what you're referring to. It's a raincoat? Okay, cool. That's expensive. A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles lines the shop wall, inviting you closer. I am in heaven. I need it all so bad. Say nothing. Just take it in. This is not a good place for a recovering addict. The clerk looks at the wall of the goods behind her. I guess not. No. She adjusts her hat. Physique, morale, intellect. Whoa. 30? Okay, is this permanent? You get physique? Huh. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, but I guess you already knew that. Please tell me more about these products. The Pale Age vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of years, which makes it super expensive and super strong. What is pale? You know, she shrugs, uninterested in explaining it further. Okay, what will consuming this stuff do to my body? She stares at you, unsure. I mean, I already said it hurt you. I don't know what else they do. Drugs give powerful bonuses to your main stats while dealing damage to your health and morale. Cigarettes raise intellect while damaging your health. Alcohol raises physique while damaging your morale. So is it like... Does it like go into a slot or something? Like an inventory thing? It's like a trinket? Do you sell any under-the-counter vices? No. She fixes her hair underneath her cap. Frit only sells legal drugs like the law says. Leave. Okay. I think we are done in here. All right, maybe we can go back to the body now. Can we talk to Kim? Can we go back to the body? No. Let's go try and go back to the body. Thank you, Adolf's Last Dancer, for the 2-month resub. 2 months with the Disco Dragons. Dancing. Thank you, Common Plebeian, for the new sub at Prime. Welcome to Prime Time. Welcome to the Pickle Jar. Puckered Starfish used 150 bits, and then another 50 bits after that to say, I'm so sorry, Joe. So let's brace for this message. Have you really been far even as decided to use even go want to look more like? Call 985-655-2500 inside the details for go further, and even more decided to use. You can really be far as decided twice as much to use and go wish for it when you decide far even want to use and go want the when really part even as decided to use look more like and go after. It's just common sense. Apply today. Thank you, Puckered Starfish. Nope, this is locked. Okay, so let's just go and inspect some magazines and stuff. I feel like we're gonna run out of day. Oh, is there any... No, we already looked at the mailbox. Sorry, what's over here? This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. The book is titled Man from Heimdall and the Wildfire. This book is about pate. Damn, you could fill a whole book. This book, you don't really understand what it is about, nor does it seem important. A book about Boidiero culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Oh man, more like the present. Hey, who are you?
Sir.
Annette.
Step right in. The store is open.
Wow, your voice is really quiet, Annette. A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello, I am the law. Hi, hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this anyway? Is it okay if I ask you some
Okay,
questions?
sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name? My name is Annette, sir. My mom, her name is Plaisance? Plaisance? She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organizing the stock. The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts her eyes wide as if recalling something. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. And you're standing out here in the cold because... I'm signaling that the store is open. She nods eagerly. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling, but she's cold. You're cold. Can I help you in some way? I should have a word with the store owner, maybe. Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work. Pat her head. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. Pucker Starfish used 500 bits as a follow-up to all that. You nailed it, Joe. I didn't actually. I made a couple of mistakes, but yeah. Oh well, I tried. Thank you, Puckered Starfish. Did you write that out yourself? Holy shit. Kind of you'd officer. She doesn't know what else to say. What could you do to help her anyway? I should have a word with the store owner. Such a good trooper. Alright, let's do. Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mom by luring in customers. She stands upright and smiles like a little soldier. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm. Shouldn't you be at school or something? I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mom keep this place running. Isn't going to school more important than this? What is school anyway? School? She rubs her red chilled nose while mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street and the people there run it. They say it's a charity. Isn't going to school more important than this? Mom says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mom says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed. How's the business going? Mom says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being... She looks over her shoulder. Cursed. Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders. Cursed? In what way? Good to hear that it's going well. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Yusuke believes in ghosts, right? Absolutely. Cursed in a way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. They all go, she's looking for the word. Bankrupt. Ass up. Say nothing. Bankrupt. Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far. I don't think curses are real. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look through the creaking boards in the window. Yeah, for sure. We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here. The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. Yes, she chirps. Please do look at what is inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir. What do you know about the other failed businesses? How does this curse manifest itself? Stroke your chin. Enough about the curse for now. It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather. But Kim, the plasmic manifestations. No such thing. The lieutenant stands at your side, stern and serious. The girl looks back and forth between you two. Anything else you want to talk about, sir? What you know about the other failed businesses? Nothing really, sir. Mom doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. She looks a bit disappointed. I don't really know what's there. Okay. Books. Okay, I don't really care about the books. Let's just go. Oh, what if it's XP, though? Shit, we need the XP to try again. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that. And the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime or catch the criminals. Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. She doesn't know what to say. It's that bad. Point to your head. Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began. Why would anyone want to read about crime? It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle where you can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him, as long as it doesn't lie to you, though. I'm a policeman myself, by the way. You don't look much like a policeman. She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Huh. Well, what does a cop look like then? Okay, then maybe I'm not a policeman, or I should stop being one. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. She points to a book cover, Dick Mullen Lore, on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy. Then I decided to live a little. You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. That's just a stupid fantasy of a man. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your point to your head. Wow, look at that guy. Look at the guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen. I had other questions. Number 1. What's that mean? Cut loose, raise hell, blow off steam. And everything's better now, sir? No. What's that? Look at me, a hideous beast, a failure of a cop, a disgrace. A man can never be truly happy with who he is. Oh, okay, she blinks at you, not knowing how to reply. I shouldn't have said that thing about Dick Mullen. You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. That's just a fantasy of a man. She looks at Dick Mullen, frowning. Dark, arrogant, violent, likely overcompensating for something. He isn't even drawn right. He isn't even drawn right. This is not how human shoulders work. Their perspective is all wrong. She examines the picture, trying to find whatever is wrong with it. She then shrugs and puts the book aside, unconvinced. That's just no way to cop. I can do it way better than Dick Mullen. Yeah, experience. Sure you can, sir. She smiles mischievously. He's just a fictional character. He'll be no match for you. Okay, I'm going to Let's exhaust the rest of it first. It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. She smiles at the thought. Perhaps imagining herself in that situation. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about a man and lady business, sir. It's about man and lady business, sir. What about a poor man getting a rich lady? What about when both of the men are bad? What about when everyone is poor? What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all? I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mom. Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup. I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though. She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, only it's really long and drawn out, scarred for life. Phantom limb! No, I don't know. She looks at you with puzzlement. Doesn't ring a bell. All right, I'll ask your mom. Yeah, she nods relieved. She knows books definitely. What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain? What about a poor man getting a rich lady? It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process, or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the Revolution or something. There's so much reading. Those are unhappy books. For most of the pages, people sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end. What about both of them men are bad? These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. What if it's written really well? Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting. What about where everyone was poor? That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Sometimes you have to write about real life things. Yeah, poor people are boring. Wow. Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end. That's not about romance. All right. Who are these famous people? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. She scratches her cold, reddened cheek, then continues, I think that's why people read them, to find secrets of their fame. Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them. Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it? But it does make the famous people more famous. She smiles gleefully. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me someday. Fame is for vain people. I have better things to do. These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. Why would they do that, sir? Because I'll be a superstar cop in the papers and everything. That'll show them. That's so cool. Maybe they'll make a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun. All right, here we go. Time to deduce something. Oh, we got more. Nice. So talking to her led up to this moment. All right. 72%. There's no way we're going to lose. Here we go. Yeah. The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that? Hey, why do you keep your hands folded? What do you mean, sir? She looks wary. She knows where this is going. You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help. You can show them to me. Actually, I'd rather not deduce anything. Every time I deduce, people get hurt. You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help. She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals. It's okay. You heard me. Hands up. It's okay. She brings out her reddened hands. Her nails are frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh. You bite your nails. And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? She shoots you a suspicious glance. Yes, there were a few other hints. It's super simple for a detective such as myself. There were a few other hints. Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that. Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. Want more? Bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind. She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic. You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you. Rats have been nibbling on your fingers. Child labor in dismal working conditions. Chewed on nails means you're recycling your body material. It's an intense dedication to the way of business. There are no riches without personal sacrifice. Okay, it's got to be number one, right? It's got to be number one. Dismay flickers in her eyes. Maybe so, sir, she sighs. Okay, I know, it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. Either way, another ace deduction by the number one detective in town. I hope this entertains you. I hope this entertained you. It was okay, sir. She's still got a rebellious streak. There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same. You think so? Fine, do better. Do something about me. That was a masterclass move. Whatever, kid. I don't need to prove myself to you. You're quite sober. She snaps back quickly. Lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort. Wait, how do you know I'm usually not? Yeah, about that. Maybe you could point me towards some booze. I'm having a grand time. I'm also sad and my head hurts. Wait, how do you know I'm usually not? Because you usually aren't. And I'm having a grand time. I sure hope you are, sir. She rubs her red nose. Yeah, we got experience to that. There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar somehow. There's something you're missing. Medium, what are you missing here? What does this feel familiar? All right, 42%, 42%, 42%, 42%, 42%. Yeah! Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before. Hang on, so you know me. We've met before. On second thought. Okay, number one. Yes, I stand in this spot all the time. She sways back and forth on her feet. You've been running around for several days talking about small churches and how everyone betrayed you, sir. Did I ever talk to you? Of course, you stopped by a few times. She looks at you intently. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. Thanks, I'm trying. Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore. Lieutenant slowly, ever so slowly, realizes something. Party eyes. Yes, of course, that makes sense. I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all. Party eyes? You know, like a cat in the dark. Oh, like a witcher! All big and wide-eyed. She giggles at the thought. It certainly looks odd on a man. The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning, too. So why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with? Thanks, I've learned something about myself today. I didn't know I had to do that. She looks puzzled. Thanks. More XP. Alright, did we level up? I don't think so. Almost, we need 20 more. Ask her to play Gwent. Here's a meme for you. Is it a metaphor? Oh no. This is some real shit right here. Here's a fan meme. Oh well, let me check if there are any typos here. Disco Elysium official script part 1. This is fine. Yep, that's pretty much it. Yep. I'm surprised there aren't more typos and mistakes. With how many different options and choices and stuff that only some people are going to see. Yep. Wasn't this guy in John Wick 2? He's a British comedian, isn't he? Also, you could replace this with Joe. Like, let's play Disco Elysium on stream. Here we go. This is fun. So much reading. So much reading. Old sports magazines tucked away in a dark corner. A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by We're-all-related merchandise. Storekeep. Storekeep! What board games do you have here? Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulendi, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Rarbiter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. Oh, it's Monopoly. We have games for your whole for the whole family. You can play with your children. Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family? Wow. I have children, a family. Do I have friends? Looks at Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance? Look at me. Who'd want to have children with me? Don't be so hard on yourself, sir. You just need to clean up a bit. And technically, friends are a bit like family. She fiddles her pendant. I want to buy the Suzantery game. Suzerainty? Damn, that's expensive. What the fuck? What's over here? Closed curtains. You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains? Examine the strange cage-like... Fuck it, I'm opening it. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more. Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Her hand is closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous. She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people? This is about the curse. That's why you're afraid. Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there. But I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold. I don't care. You can't stop me. Alright, is this about the curse? No, it's just a storeroom for the employees. I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. She's almost begging you. You do? She grabs her pendant again, visibly shaken. My God, even more reason to not mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. I don't care. You can't stop me. No, she raises her hand to try and stop you. Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme. Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. You see a tattered cage. No, I want to rip them apart for real this time. We're doing it. Oh! Jump scare. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen. I warned you. You are unleashing forces beyond your understanding. What? Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. Terrifying. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Alright. What the fuck is going on here? A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Knock on the door. Only an echo. No one is there. Alright, here we go. 17%. 17%. There's no way we're getting through this. What? Oh. Oh, we did it. Oh, that was a success. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side, but you've done it. Lieutenant stares at you as you stand there silent and brooding. You're not thinking of trying again, are you? Alright, smash into the door again, wordless, or with fuck the system, freeze dirtbags, hands up now, fuck it hurts. Alright, what should we do? I say wordless. Wordless. We did it. We did it. Oh, it's protein lovers. Sand is dripping from the punch bag. Oh, he wants to talk.
What is this place?
Lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. It's an adventure. It's the netherworld beyond the veil. Looks like a gym to me. No idea, Kim, but my head hurts. My head hurts bad. It's the netherworld. No, it's a Gaim, he disagrees, though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on. An eerie feeling rises in your chest. What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages? Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house, nothing mysterious here. Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supranatural explanations where a banal one will do. Let's just move on. Now let's move on, shall we? Imagine being some bookstore owner and two jackasses come into your store. One is quiet and reserved, the other is completely unhinged nutcase, and they start breaking your store and unleash an ancient curse. Alright, how do we get the flashlight out? Alright, we have the flashlight now. Oh, look at this! Interactive. Shot put ball. Oh, this... Oh my god. No. Poo-hoo-hoo. Ding, 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 ding. The shot put ball killer is at it again. The poster says, Citius Fortis, the rest is worn off. Worn out wall bars, they look unsafe. A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar? +1, notice the collars. -1, head hurts. Why does it feel so familiar? Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter? Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell. You're right, the weights may fall off. Better not touch it then. Actually, I don't really care about safety hazards. What kind of bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony. It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come in here anymore. Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter? No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory. Alright. I feel like if we fail this, we'll die. But we have a health charge, right? 3%? 3%? Fuck it. Oh no! Alright. Legendary failure. You managed to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to smash through that back door. Fuck you, you stupid barbell. Seems like I'm a little out of shape, or maybe these gloves just The gloves matter? Whatever. Weightlifting is for the intellectually impaired anyway. It was never my favorite either. Lieutenant is obviously handling you. At the station gym, I mean, I prefer running. It clears your head. The lieutenant steps away from the barbell. Locked. Wait, if I take the gloves off... Okay, there's no modifier there, but maybe? Alright, let's go upstairs and die. The hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. Alright, is anyone spooked right now? Is anyone feeling kind of spooky? Oh no, it's a horror game and I'll have to play those. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Save? Okay, I'll save. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Oh, drink it. Airship rotors covered in spiderwebs that remind you of blades. Like the vampire? Take all money, nice. A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. The music. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth bitten. Oh, more money. Oh man, this is really worth it. Production schedule filament memory? The cube-like crisscross of filaments feels oddly fragile, but not that fragile, in your hand. Its intricate structure covered in dust. Silver tape on the side reads, Production schedule note. This filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer. A ball user playing shot put. You feel like you should hold on to this and make good use of it. To sell such beautiful old school sports equipment would be a sin. Steel rotor blades bearing a Slipstream logo. Skis with Slipstream printed on the laminated top layer. Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. I don't get it. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. But the question is, which did they start with, and which did they pivot to? What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed. How sad. Finished thought. Finished thought? That's a good question. Oh, okay, that's it. Alright, cool. Wait, do we have no, we don't still. Damn, we didn't get any XP for coming in here, or only got 5 XP? I have 3,840 monocoins. Who's got the most monocoins? Does anyone have more than 3,840? Project Dreadboard. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like an ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. Inspect the drawings. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You can make out autumnal, I think that is, candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Oh man, nerds were here. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all these creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind. You should adopt one of these welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. Examine the welkin. This is important. It's a Varahamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Huldra, the Dwarg, the humans, and even the headless men, all of them purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all. Lieutenant can't help but comment, an inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. Whispers one of them is a welkin supremacist. Political commentary. That one has a great beard too. Kim nods at the welkin's facial hair. Why wouldn't I spend so much time on this? Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. Ah, meta. Who are these? This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Let's move on from the Welkins. Just look at those details. So much effort. And for what? All gone. Inspect the photos. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees groaning under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds abandoned in a storm, animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers by boreal dwarg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. A pinned postcard reads, the heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as we're all... or the white frost becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe. Inspect the schedule. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minime, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Minime stands for mini meeting. Oh, it's probably mini-me then. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called Run. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago but failed. Keep reading. What happened? As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in the region. Yeah, XP. Lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness and concludes, looks like they didn't make it. Inspect the notes. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune oot, World Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. Alright, is this an Easter egg for like a different game or something? Or is this like what is this? This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer. A radio computer, says the lieutenant, watching you circle around the machine. Just sitting here without anyone in sight. He sounds surprised and a bit cautious. What do you think I should turn it on? We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it. Turn on the machine. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber. Oh shit, it's Subnautica! Revealing virescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. Look inside the compartment. It's empty, like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left tangling, disconnected. Press play, nothing happens. Press print, nothing happens. Insert the production schedule. I say schedule, by the way, I'm just memeing. I don't really like it when you say schedule. It just sounds so snooty to me. Schedule sounds better. I don't know which is actually correct, though. I guess it doesn't really matter, it's language. Like a smooth drawer, this filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air. Leon! Good afternoon. Fortress accident on Rue de Saint Ghislaine Road. This is East Insulidian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat, is this the production schedule? What's the production schedule? Why did you call me Fortress Accident? What are you? What are you, a machine? Or are you alive? What? We're talking to it? The filament you have inserted into the reader. You mean that glowing thing I put inside? Yes. Is that the production schedule? Yes. Good. Please repeat the password. Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved. A password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? Is it my birthday? This is the police. Open this thing. I don't know the Would it give me a hint? No. Is it my birthday? Still no. This is the police. The voice recites, I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder. Fortress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament. I'm afraid we're not doing that unless we want to wait for a month. I don't know the password. Received. I will register this login and attempt. Don't worry, passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later. Okay, can we have the choices now? No. Okay, we don't know the password. Alright. Why did you call me Fortress Accident? Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you're currently using has been registered to. Do you have any other information about this company? One moment, you hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care. Oh, nice! Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says. Okay, so what do we want to do? Do we want to get our shit together, or do we want to get a skill point? I kind of feel like we need to get our shit together, chat. But now that's like 2 in a row without getting a skill point, right? Shit together? Alright, let's get our shit together. Alright, we're getting our shit together. That's not bad. Wow, so conceptual. Could you imagine having only been here for the past 10 minutes? Medium success, that's not bad. Wow, so conceptual. And what's this? This interactive call-on radio play. The static drowns her response. Any other questions? You hear her ask when the connection finally improves. Alright, I want to go through that and see that again. Wow, so conceptual. She hums. Alright. What are you, a machine, or are you alive? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old, and my name is Yvonne. Lieutenant whispers into your ear. She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid. What? Yvonne, my partner tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid. Okay, but where are you? How do you know where I am? They're merely cautious, says the old lady. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulidian station. Okay, but where are you? How'd you know where I am? I work as a repeater at the East Insulidian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are. Fortress accident. As for me, well, some static then. I am sitting in my cubicle surrounded by a wall of radios. Okay, doesn't it get lonely sitting there all by herself? Doesn't it get lonely doing this job? Lonely, for the first time you hear her chuckle through the rustle of static. Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day. That's why she does this. Now, please tell me if there's anything. Okay, that's all for now. Okay. Thank you and goodbye. The old lady's voice disappears with the static. Press print. Nothing happens. Alright, remove it. Alright, cool. Alright, well, this is an interesting area. Scribble across a notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kedron mosaic tiles, very Pysantic? Hold on, how do I know what Kedron mosaic tiles are supposed to look like? History class, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun. What am I looking at? Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6. Some written notes too, sparse and cryptic. Radio frequencies for what? Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. I like the word capillaries. This must be an elaborate piece of art. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations. All lead back to one red heart titled the Game Master frequency. A note says this one can listen in on any station at once. Wait, who is this Game Master? Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency. If it's a game, then who's playing? Because it's a game! Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. All of this gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off. My God, the lieutenant leans closer, his finger tracking the maddening rhizome. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. When you say that, the schedule. He nods at the calendar on the chalkboard, wiping his marker-stained fingers clean. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding. What else? Squint at the lines. Nothing. It's just lines on marble, an echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages. Alright. I thought we were going to get the password in here.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. It's just a failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making? No, that's not it. I think. The head lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers. Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment. How are they planning to do that? Has anyone ever done this before? And this was a role-playing game? Wow, conclude. What do you think happened to the company? How are they planning to do that? Through call-in stations, he nods at the fireplace. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts. Has anyone ever done this before? Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein, places with industry, not in Revachol West among the ruins. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an intersolary game before. We just don't have the technology, huh? Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. He points to the chalkboard. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the We're All board game with heat death thrown in. Wonder if we would have conversation options here if we had bought the board game and played it. Super cool. Someone should give them millions of riel immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished. What do you think happened to the company? No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Wow, conclude. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but Lieutenant tilts his head thinking, they were insane if they thought they could do this. It was just a play It was just a play to cheat money out of their investors' pockets. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish. Do we have any money? Let's give it to them more. Let's give them more money so they can finish it and make it even bigger. Okay, number 3. A half smile breaks out on his face. It's too late for that, I'm afraid. He says, looking around the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor. He concludes. Okay, he concludes. Let's keep moving. Whoa, what? Wow, this just keeps going, huh? What the fuck? Alright, I wanted to go back and talk to the bookstore owner, but I guess this is a good place to stop. We're over time, and this looks, Shh! It's a bear. It's Monokuma. With the shot put ball killer. Oh, shit. So, Joe, I'd say you're about 5% through the game? Yeah, I'd estimate that, too. Yeah. Okay, so I'll be like closing up in about, I think, 10 minutes after I get through some messages. So if you'd like to hear that stuff and also talk about the game just slightly, I would stick around for a little bit, but I think we're done. I don't know if we can continue playing this, guys. I think we're going to be playing this like deep into January at the rate that we're going. I don't know. Like, I'm enjoying it. It's hard on me though. I don't know. We'll continue tomorrow for sure, no matter what. But I don't know if we want to continue playing it. This is the problem with the long games. This is why I didn't want to get into one. I don't know. Like, I'm enjoying it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. Meet Decoy used some bits to say, hey, late congratulations to the best waifu, and there's an image link. Can you link it again, Meet Decoy? Can you link it in chat? Are you here? Because I can't see it on. I can only see it on the computer that's not running OBS right now. I'd rather see a review of this and a playthrough of it. To be honest, it seems exhausting to read all the text out loud, and I'd love to hear your deep thoughts on it instead. Yeah, it is pretty exhausting to read through it, but I'm enjoying it, and people seem to be enjoying it too. Whoa, what the fuck? Holy shit. It's a waifu. Here you go, let me make it bigger here. Bike-chan, 2019 Waifu of the Year. You guys all saw the Chan of the Year video, didn't you? Oh shit, I moved it again. Bike-chan, 2019 Waifu of the Year. Thank you for that, Mitsuko. She's so proud. She's so proud. Hold on, let's make it bigger for the trophy. That's such a great trophy. Are those handles like antennae on her head? Those are the handles. Yo, who did the Yusuke portrait in the corner? That was Q2. Yeah, Q2. I can make that bigger too. It's been there the whole time. Yeah, in the style of the game. Fantastic. Does the statue have a bra? Of course, it would be lewd otherwise. Number 1 waifu. Damn. I'm glad you like it. I really like it, Meet Decoy. Thank you so much for it. We get so much good art here on the stream. We don't deserve it. Or I don't deserve it. I shouldn't lump you guys in with me for that. Thank you, TJustTT, for the 27-month resub. I'm sure you're not reading these now, but I'm enjoying the VODs and hope to catch up to watch live JPH Angry Sip. I'm still reading them out. I think I might just try and be faster with it, though. Some people on Discord were complaining that I'm taking too long to read messages out. I still want to do it, but I think I might be briefer. So I hope it's that or don't read them out at all. So I hope that the compromise is okay. I'm just going to try and not linger on them too much. And dial back on the cringe, at least for a little bit anyway, because the cringe, we're starting to get immune to cringe. We're building up a cringe vaccine. Thank you, Dominator87, for gifting us up to Yanaverg. That's too close to Yennefer Vengerberg for me. Welcome, Yenneberg, to the Disco Dragons. Thank you, Dominator87. Mayshone has subscribed for 8 months. Thank you very much, Mayshone. Thank you. I really use 100 bits to say I would pay just to watch you play it. Watching you play are giving me troubles finishing my own Metro Exodus playthrough. Well, you don't have to pay me to continue playing it. I worry that it's going to get boring for too many people, and then I might feel compelled to stream more to get it done faster, and then that's just going to delay Witcher even more than it's delayed. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm enjoying it, and like it's not too bad. But if it gets to the point where 2 weeks from now, people are like move on, I feel like I'm going to be too committed to it. But we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Prison Riot, for the 2-month resub with 2 hearts. 2 hearts, 2 months. Thank you, Prison Riot. And thank you, Rolo Yazid, for the new Tier 2 sub. We don't have any Tier 2 rewards, unfortunately. Sorry, Rolo Yazid. We might have one eventually. I'm not sure. But thank you very much. Welcome to the Disco Dragons, the Rub-a-Dub Sub Club. Thank you. Let us do the dad jokes. And then we will end for the day. How many do we have? 3 dad joke requests. Okay, I'm gonna increase the dad joke price too. What should we increase it to? Should it be 10,000? What do you think, chat? $5K? Manage rewards. Okay. 10,000. Alright, let's see. There we go. Alright, it's been updated. Lower it. Oh, shit. I think the problem is that you read like 5 per request on the accessibility. Yeah, but it's so expensive. I'm not just gonna read like I read like a page. That's it. All right, so I have requests from Jor Munduro X, Tippier Salmon 21, and Darsaid. All right, here we go. What do Alexander the Great and Winnie the Pooh have in common? Same middle name. Who walks into a restaurant, eats, shoots, and leaves? A panda. What did the one eye say to the other eye? Don't look now, but something smells between... Oh, we did this one already. What streets do ghosts haunt? Dead ends.
Sorry, don't mind me.
Hey, Lily, are you here to read some questions?
I wasn't, but it could be.
All right, here you go. This is Tippier Salmon 21's...
Did you read any of them yet or not yet?
No, I haven't read any of them yet.
I like this one. What do you call it when Batman skips church? Christian Bale.
That's good.
It's a good one.
The rest of them are bad. That one's good.
What did the grape do when it got stepped on? It let out a little whine.
That's not bad.
What did the time traveler do when he was still hungry after dinner? He went back for seconds. How many lips does a flower have? 2 lips.
That one's terrible. All right, now Darsaid. Do you want to do it again, or do you want me to do it?
Do you? You want me to do it?
No, you can do it.
The circle is just the most ridiculous shape in the world. There's absolutely no point to it. There's been an explosion at a cheese factory in Paris. There's nothing left but debris.
That's something I would make up.
Last night, I had a dream that I was a muffler. I woke up exhausted. What are bald sea captains most worried about? Capsizes.
They keep coming in. I have to raise the price.
I don't blame you.
It's so in demand. Did you see the Waifu of the Year award?
Yeah, I just saw actually.
Yeah.
I was watching.
Bike Chan.
She looks good.
She's crying. She's so happy.
She's so happy she
Bike
won.
Chan.
She can't.
Yeah.
She can't even process.
Thank you, Franel, for the new sub with Prime. Welcome to Prime Time. Welcome to the pickle jar. Thank you, Fronell. Some instinctual cringe for you there. What are your thoughts on the game? One of my favorites up there with Undertale. I'm enjoying it so far. I don't know how it's gonna depend on how it ends and if it's worth how dense it is and how complex it is. But it seems very overwhelming at the moment to me. I don't really know where it's going. I don't fully understand it, but it's enjoyable. It's entertaining, and that's hard to do over so many different characters and so much different dialogue text. So it is entertaining. I can't begin to imagine how hard this was to put together, so it's impressive on that end too. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll continue this, and then we'll have a judgment call about whether we're going to continue this or if we're gonna move on to something else for next week. So, I hate to be kind of a scumbag, but if like you really, really want this to continue, show up for the streams. You know what I mean? Like, and that will be a factor. It won't be the only factor, but we'll see. Anyway, God, I hate being a scumbag sellout. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.